Welcome to Dialog Choices Podcast. Welcome to our annual tradition where we watch the TGAs, and it's both unwatchable and unlistenable, because if you're on the sound version of this, stop, go watch the YouTube version. I upload this as a dummy to trick you, to redirect you to the YouTube version, because we're watching trailers, but some of you are fucking psychopaths, and we'll just listen to us listen to trailers, and someone's going to finish the audio version of this, and there's something wrong with them, because it's just us listening to videos, and they don't know what the visuals are, and they're just gonna be like, "Yeah, I'll just listen to them, listen to noises, and not." Maybe they've watched
already. You can't ask people to, hey, make this tab the front tab in your browser, because that's literally what a lot of people do with actual videos, not just podcasts.
Sure, I'm saying that this is a video component podcast. So if you're listening,
so we're gonna be watching
by audio version. I mean the literal only audio version, the one on SoundCloud /iTunes /whatever. And if you're on that version, it's gonna be really shitty. But I have to upload a bad version of it to there so they know that the episode happened.
You need to let people have subpar experiences.
So for those trying to understand,
I'll just never tell people.
Audio...
You're right. It's important not to communicate what's happening to your audience.
Free will.
Just leave
Free
them
will.
confused.
Have you heard of it?
Don't introduce the episode at all. Just listen.
Yeah.
Just have noises happen at them. They're like, what's happening? Why'd they all stop talking? And now, like, the sound, like, why is Snoop Dogg talking now?
it's a postmodern podcast.
What do you think? I'm not asking, actually. No, that's we have a goal here. And we have a goal. The TGAs, 3 hours. It's the thing where we watch the trailers and the TGAs, because the TGAs are, who cares about the actual show? But it's a bunch of trailers that come out, and then we have our annual tradition of pissing off our audience by not being as excited as we're supposed to be about the games that aren't out yet. And you know, there's the actual observable pattern that everyone will be disappointed when most of these things come out, but we're not supposed to remember that each time we watch trailers. We're supposed to engage in a group hallucination where we believe that video games are all going to be amazing every time, and then set ourselves up for failure again. Hi, everybody. I'm here with Colonel and Andrew and Toaster. Toaster's been awake for 30 seconds.
Hi.
Maybe less. Maybe the timer might have reset in the middle of this episode.
I woke up like 5 minutes ago. I woke up, I rolled out of bed, and then looked at the clock and was like, oh, I set my alarm for like an hour later than I meant to. Oops. And then I looked in the podcast chat, and they were like, oh, it's okay. We're just fucking around and talking about nothing. You can still join. And I was like, rats, my plan was foiled again. And then I was dragged here to the podcast to do it. So
I did literally think slept in whoops was your way of being like, anyway, let's skip person on stage to go to Ninja. Oh, I wonder what franchise this might be.
It is Shidoku Shibunen. Actually, I don't know what is this from.
Yeah, that was
Colonel. Are you dumb?
No, I'm not. I'm just uncultured, which is, I suppose, a form of being dumb. This looks.
This is
normal.
Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden.
He hears you when you say it.
It's impressive that this guy was able to.
I've heard of this.
Actually, I don't think I did say Ninja Gaiden. I think I just said it was Ryu Hayabusa. Like, as if you would know who that is.
Yeah.
This is from the guys that made Salt and Sanctuary, or the other one.
Blasphemous.
No, they made Blasphemous. You can tell, man. Look at these beautiful sprites. Holy shit.
This looks fantastic.
God damn. Ooh.
I'm here for this.
Sure.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, I played the other. What was it? I don't remember.
I'm amused by the
name
idea
of the other one.
That older franchises like this inherently have to have the
Harada.
soundtrack from that era.
I like the tone they're going for with the shredding guitar and stuff.
Oh, excited for this.
Slay the Spire
This is
too.
Slay the Spire.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But we already had Darkest Dungeon 2.
What?
Actually, that's not fair. Darkest Dungeon 2 isn't that much like Slay the Spire. Kind of.
I hate deck building games except Slay the Spire. I fucking love Slay the Spire.
The thing that Darkest Dungeon and Slay the Spire have in common the most is that they both spawned 1 million copycat games immediately.
No,
Yeah.
I was talking about the second Darkest Dungeon though, because they did sort of take a J-turn sort
Just
of
like
thing.
anybody
And-
who is signed up for any amount of like press releases and like and like codes or whatever the fuck mailing lists, if you have any kind of noteworthy account, after Darkest Dungeon came out, immediately you just had so many fucking emails about people trying to cover your game that's like Darkest Dungeon. And then the moment Slay the Spire happened, every game was like Slay the Spire. And sometimes they'll name drop both. Just trying to do the word soup to get your attention. I still haven't played Slay the Spire since the first day. Like literally, I played it with Andrew on a marathon stream, succeeded at my first run, and then never played it again.
It's really good.
Well, that's very lucky. Well, I suppose maybe lucky isn't the word, but
I mean, the first run that you do is like easier.
Fuck
you're supposed
you.
to beat it like no, that's how it works. It's like it's the tutorial run, and then you have to beat it like 4 times to actually unlock the ending because the story changes and things change as you go on. It's a cool game.
Keith did the equivalent of beating Nier Automata the first time and stopping.
Yes, correct.
Okay,
that's strange comparison.
Well, I didn't do that.
But the thing is that the first time you go through it,
beating Hades the first time and stopping, or Binding of Isaac the first time and stopping, it's just that you're much less likely to beat those games on the first try. Or I really nailed it in this game. Like it'd be really weird to beat Inscription on your first try.
Inscription.
Maybe the first try of a new run, but not. You don't expect to beat Inscription on your first run ever.
Well, I think the difference with a deck building game is that if you understand the basic mechanics of a deck builder, it does like the combat itself isn't usually unpredictable. It's just about strategy and awareness. So if you are genuinely good at strategizing with card deck games, you'll be fine.
I am basically a genius. It's true.
Slay the Spire
is one way to take that.
What a good game!
I mean, you just said it was
pretty fun.
So strategic and smart, and that's how I beat the game with my giant brain.
I
think I had a build where I just built a giant shield, just kept stacking infinite armor so no one could hurt me, and then made the armor hurt people or something. I think that was the strategy.
That's how that character works. Yeah,
Shield and Thorns is really, really strong.
Ta-da!
Call it a passion. I like to think of it more as a sort of a purpose for making a difference in the world.
Is this a game?
No, I don't think so. I think this is just a PSA.
Okay. I was gonna say this seems like just
like some people outside. What is that? That looks like a game.
It looks like the setup for the announcement.
Yeah, this is Dave the Diver 2.
It's hard to navigate scroll bar because of how long the fucking show is.
Is it a point and click adventure?
No, this is Dave the Diver 2.
Oh.
You say that like I know what Dave the Diver is. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I thought it was gonna be Golden Idol 2.
I'm so shocked you don't know what Dave the Diver is, Andrew. You should look it up.
I have no Dave the Diver. I mean, I can't keep track of every fucking game that comes out. There's too many. It's like a junk pile. Yeah,
I like the art style quite a lot.
It's about an otaku that becomes a diver so that he can afford anime statues. Is basically what the game is. That's not a joke. That's like what that is. Yeah.
Oh, it's an RPG. That's why I don't know about it.
It's not really an RPG. It's like
you're not really an RPG.
Then they should probably not say it's an RPG.
I'm an RPG.
I mean, you literally like dive into the water and then you do a bunch of management sim stuff. Is basically what it is. But you
new Bioshock?
No. This game looks great.
Warren Spector's the Deus Ex guy, not the Bioshock.
I know. Ken Levine is basically like his pupil, and this looks a lot like.
No, this is Thief.
Dishonored.
This is Thief. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Jesus, I can't even like. Okay.
Bioshock.
All right.
It does not look very much like Thief though.
It looks like this looks like Dishonored, but the future.
It does look Dishonored.
It looks like Dishonored. I mean, ever since Bioshock, it just went really heavy into like immersive sims have this like sort of like retro future like anachronistic kind of sort of weird aesthetic, or they go really heavy into like some kind of like subgenre, like steampunk or something.
That's more for selling than necessarily for like.
Yeah, but I'm saying like there became an aesthetic connection between the genre essentially, where like between Prey and Dishonored and Deathloop and so on, they all have to look kind of anachronistic. I think We Happy Few, everyone assumed it was an immersive sim, at least because it had that aesthetic post Bioshock. Like that, for some reason, that just became how you explain this genre in shorthand. Which sure, why not? It's fun. I like weird settings, so I'm up for that being what it keeps happening.
I love the daring having vines on walls, and it's from Warren Spector. So yeah, very
multiplayer. That's a bad start.
And multiplayer MSim is interesting to me.
Oh, it just means I can't play it with anybody. Oh, a Fabergé egg? Let's go. Oh my god.
Dune. Can't keep the audio from this part, but I'm not going to remember to take it out.
Oh, that's right. We can't.
Ben
Wait, did that person steal my pic?
It's not slow motion.
It's Jane's addiction.
It's not slow motion.
Live.
So just mute it, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could.
But just cut it.
But then you wouldn't know when.
I don't think you have to worry about it. This game isn't going to give you any kind of like, oh, you must hear this audio in the trailer.
I was saying that it looks like CGI. I think
this looks
it's not CGI.
So Dishonored.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks very Dishonored.
Wildly Dishonored. I'm interested in the idea of a multiplayer heist game in sim, but it's competitive with the people that you're multiplayer with. That's intriguing. Multiplayer Thief is such a weird concept.
Thick as thieves. They put the word in.
It's sort of.
It is exactly the same vibe of like having to deal with the fucking Back for More or whatever the fuck it was called.
Back for Blood.
Yeah,
having to have a name that directly evokes the game that you're returning to, but can't actually get the rights to or something.
I bet it has a lot of technical underpinnings of that other game that they made, the sort of reset hard freeze. What was it called? Where you died and came back in the morning.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What is it called?
I know.
Deathloop. That's the one.
Yeah, I was just talking about Deathloop.
But
I didn't realize actually. Sorry.
I don't think Warren Spector worked on Deathloop.
No, I don't think so.
Not necessarily. Yeah.
That's the Prey people.
The sort of level layout and things looks very much like what they had in Deathloop. So they probably are using the same engine.
It's just because all MSims look the same.
Not necessarily. You can have funnel levels
trying to justify the lack of creativity in a medium.
It's not a lack of it's not
the
that
verticality of it and the sort of like it's everything's back together, but it like you have
like MSims have like a design language, so they all look the same because it's like, oh, there are boxes here. Oh, there is a roof I can climb. Oh, look, a vent you can sneak into. Like it's just just how they are.
But I thought Hard. I keep calling it Hard West. That's a much better game.
Weird
Deathloop
West
had a Weird West is also a much better game.
That's an MSim, so I thought you were talking about that one.
No, Deathloop I thought had a very sort of arena style level design, and that I think that was necessitated or the reason for that is because they wanted you to be surrounded on certain occasions easily. And if you just have like a sprawling level, like a lot of Thief levels are, where you have like a beginning and an end, or like I say sprawling, I mean like they're stretched. Thief 2 in particular, I'm trying to think, had very stretched levels, where, more traditional levels in a video game.
I believe you. I don't know.
But yeah, excited for that. Hopefully it's not. I mean, I didn't completely dislike Deathloop. It's just that it crashed on me and it didn't.
Thinking about the absolute nightmare process of trying to do a game like that, I'm like, It'd be interesting to try to do a series on Thick as Thieves where everyone's recording it, at, like the Resident Evil series, and I do the fucking split screen perspective.
I'm up for it.
Because then you can actually see what people were up to. That's less work than the alternative, which is to do an achievement hunter style like live edit where you cut between the perspectives to tell a narrative, which genuinely takes like hours to do for every episode. That's an incredibly time-consuming process. That process is just like getting usable footage from everybody, then throwing a thing, and then waiting all night for it to render, which is like, it's fine. Half the work that goes into making the Resident Evil stuff is just the prep of like trying to get everyone's different recording formats to be usable in my editor and so on. We could try doing that. That could be fun.
Yeah.
Also, part of the work is making the alternate edits where I then copy paste the settings of the different perspectives so that the big camera is whoever the host channel is. So I make a separate version for each person that's going to upload the video so that their perspective is the big one. Otherwise,
I feel like
it's a mess.
I feel like that's already too much. Like I would just stick with whatever makes it.
Just want to make a good video
channel. Well, yeah, but I'm saying you make it for your channel alone, and then if anybody else wants to do something, you just that's their problem. They deal with it. Just as long as we all share the footage with one another, who gives a shit what
like,
we all do?
Be a shittier friend to your friends.
No, it's not. I know
I know you've amassed all the footage from every person, but make everyone else also amass the footage separately and make their own edits instead of
everyone just
doing the extra 10 minutes of work to make the version for everyone else.
And
I'm saying, why are you putting all this work on yourself when you could just make the rendered video yourself?
And everyone else has to go to work.
Okay.
I work from home. It's fine.
All right. That's
Why
fine.
am I getting
just seems
so much pushback for being helpful? What the fuck is this conversation?
Because it seems like a bad use of your time when you should be.
We're mooching off
constantly
of you.
Complain. No, it's a bad use of your time when you complain that you do not have time.
Showed up to help me do the thing that I couldn't make otherwise.
What we should be doing is, instead of arguing with Keith about that, we should just buy him a studio copy of Resolve so that he can actually give it to us in the format that we need, and he doesn't need to convert everything every single time we send it to him, thus making it easier for everyone.
I think I did buy DaVinci Resolve already. I just haven't committed to trying it yet.
Well, you should commit to trying it.
You should. It'll be amazing. It'll be amazing when you're able to make videos.
You were talking about how DaVinci Resolve might be the solution on how to like export videos directly to YouTube that are longer than 12 hours long, and that might be the way past the thing or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And so I've been stockpiling playthroughs as like I've been keeping the footage and archiving it so that I could render it into longer videos and experiment with that, but I just keep not quite getting around to that. In part because usually there's just something coming up every day that I'm like, okay, well, that's going to be coming up later, so I can't do it today, and blah, blah, blah. And
which is
I really want to draw this, or I got to work on this visual now.
That's why I had the argument of why are you going to add extra time to yourself?
I promise you that making the alternate edits of Resident Evil did not take significantly longer than me already having made the first edit in the first place.
I guess.
You know what my process is? If you got to know, since apparently this is a fucking topic, I make the original edit of Resident Evil where that's my perspective, and then if necessary, I do the thing where it's like, okay, well, I'm dead for a very long time here. I'll make somebody else the main perspective for a while just to like make it more watchable because the main screen is literally not being used or whatever. Blah 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 blah. Make all that for a while. When I'm done, I copy paste that entire section of my timeline over to the right of itself, and then I literally just like I hit Control-C on my perspective, and then I click on like, say, I don't know, Andrew or whoever the fuck other person is going to upload a different version of this video. I right click on them and say paste properties or whatever, and that just instantly makes them their video match where my video was. And then I right click, then I copy their settings from the original version, and I paste that over myself. And it just changes their cropping settings with that on the fly like that. It's that easy. You like look through it to see you look around to see if anything's fucked up or not, or if there's a part where it's like, oh, I mean the main perspective here is dead for 20 minutes. I should make somebody else the main perspective for a bit. But beyond that, like it's that straightforward. It's not fucking deep.
That's a smart way to do it.
I'm arguing that I think there would be more complications to this game than that. I think the game would probably result in a lot more complicated footage than just switching between focus like that. I think that because of mostly because of the fact that the entire game is based around a strategy of trying to figure out how to steal an object from your friends, I think ends up being a lot more build up that your friends don't get to hear, that only the audience of the person that's playing gets to hear, that is important to the context of making it an interesting video. Otherwise, you just have somebody that's being an unhinged fucking lunatic for like 10 minutes, and you're like, what are they doing? And then you just splice in your footage, I guess, of you also being an unhinged lunatic that no one has context for.
You're talking about like the idea that
for?
we can't, that based on how the game works, we might not be able to hear each other.
Yeah. If that's why I'm saying it's so much work, is because, like, again, you're not doing a narrative.
You failed to introduce this premise
this
entire time. So I was like, what are you talking about? Just share footage like any other game.
That's fine. Doesn't matter.
That was important. That was a very important part of the discussion. Yeah, that would benefit better from committing to the fucking doing one perspective at a time and cutting between them, which would take hours and hours and hours.
Let's blend this Let's Play off
But if I made that, there wouldn't be alternate versions. There would just be the one cut that is the one that tells the story. So that's true. Completely off topic from the original discussion. Anyway, now that we're incapable of finishing the show today.
Again, it's the mostly
others
just
have tried.
Ads.
Others have failed.
Would you like some CG?
I don't know what this is.
Salt and Sanctuary 3.
It looks like a Metroidvania, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a Metroidvania with really fucking...
It does have Salt and Sanctuary vibes. What the fuck?
Oh, it's the new Pac-Man. It's the new Pac-Man. That's what it is. The one that the episode of Secret Level is based on. I forgot about this. I was gonna say, this is really stiff-looking animation.
That's why. That's why I thought it might be the people that make Salt and Sanctuary.
Yeah. So this is. It might be the Game Eaters or whatever the fuck they're called.
The Langoliers.
Yeah. So
that was so ugly.
So there's a TV show on Amazon called Secret Level or Secret World or something, where they do random video game franchises get like one episode each, and apparently it's pretty okay. But it opened with an episode about dark, spooky Pac-Man, and apparently that's what that is.
Is that the anime that's primarily known for having one episode of the canceled game on it that was already canceled by the time it came out?
Yeah.
Yes. Is this a gacha? I can't tell.
Of course,
anymore.
It's mobile.
I can't believe it's not Mega Man. Oh, there's no gameplay. Okay.
It's Netflix. Netflix games exclusive.
Only on Netflix
only on
games?
Netflix.
Bro, who is playing games on Netflix?
I don't know.
It's not. You don't play games on Netflix. It's you install the Netflix app on your phone, and then you click launch game, and it launches a separate app for the game.
Do you play games on Netflix on your computer? Because my computer always is giving me a Netflix bar, and I'm like, I don't want to click on a browser version of a game I already own, so I've never checked it.
This is for phones. Sorry.
What does it do on desktop?
Nothing. On desktop, whatever you're working on desktop is probably launching the Netflix app.
Is this
like a Netflix app on your computer? I
guess?
Yeah,
to like watch Netflix.
Yeah, you can do it on the browser as well.
I don't have a Netflix app on my computer. Is that
except you have a Netflix bar, which means you probably do.
You probably do.
No, I'm saying when I go to the Netflix website. The actual Netflix interface does have a games bar. Like, you know, all the different rows of movies they show you. One of the rows is games, and they like to click on them. I'm like, in fact, every time I open Netflix now on my computer in the browser, the primary ad is always for a shitty version of like, merge the Fruits video game. And I'm like, does it play in my browser?
Oh, yeah. So if you click, for example, Monument Value 3, it doesn't. It says, here's a QR code. Go to the App Store or Google Play to install this on your phone.
It's just an ad?
Not necessarily.
It's for Netflix games. That's what it's for.
God, this is complicated. It is possible. It is possible to play games from the Netflix browser on your computer like this. I just posted a screenshot of it. You can do it with some games, but some games you can't. Some games you have to only play on mobile. It's janky. It's shitty. It shouldn't be there. And yes, it's just awful, but it is possible.
As far as I understand, Netflix games, for the most part, as it exists today, barring a few very weird fringe examples of things that exist from the way past, like the Netflix Minecraft story mode, it's basically Game Pass, but for your phone. It's you subscribe to Netflix and then get a bunch of free games you can play through the
Sometimes,
app.
yeah.
That's kind
there's
of
some
what
games
it's
that are like
meant
that.
to be.
Are they actually free
YouTube
games, or are they like monetized games?
No,
they're free games. They're full games. You just like Game Pass. You have access to these full games
Yep.
because you pay for a subscription through Netflix, who is subsidizing those games. YouTube does this as well. You can go on YouTube. You can play games if you pay for YouTube Premium. That like every streaming service does this because children. So it's just there.
Do you have games on your phone?
Yeah, literally, there are games
I have
everywhere
Sonic
on your phone now.
the Hedgehog on my phone. The only game that I will ever need. I haven't played it in years.
But yeah, so it's normal. Netflix just
I
does
don't
that,
play
but it's
games
very
on
funny to see like a trailer for a Netflix mobile game. That's very.
Dude, this
very
is
funny.
mobile though. This is Stardew Valley 2.
No, this is on PC.
Yeah.
Is this Stardew Valley 2?
I would.
It
Yeah, this is
kinda
Stardew
looks
Valley too.
Like
Is it
a
really-
style
you
of
can
Stardew
so-
Valley.
You can tell because it's in 3D, like Stardew Valley.
Oh, so that was 3. It's the Stardew Valley 3.
This is the Hobbit game. This is Lord of the Rings.
Is it actually Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a literal
Oh,
Hobbit,
It is
Colonel. Come
definitely-
on.
That's definitely
like, what do you
Hobbit-
mean?
That's definitely Hobbiton. I mean, I would not
No.
clock her as a Hobbit, but this is a Hobbit house.
She went into a Hobbit hole. She literally
Yes,
went into a Hobbit house.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought
That's
you
the
said she doesn't look
sentence
like
I
a Hobbit.
said is that she doesn't look like a Hobbit, but that's a Hobbit house. That's what I said out
you said I
loud.
wanted-
Oh,
Block
it is.
it.
Yeah,
I'm saying
it
that
is
out of
actually-
context,
said I
if I
wouldn't-
see this weird little woman model, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, it's a Hobbit," and not like, "Oh, it's a
I
fucking
would.
mobile
Totally,
game,"
yeah.
and they all look like
If
that.
you don't see a Hobbit, a visually distinct fantasy race, you're not gonna go, it's a Hobbit. She looked fucking Hobbit coded. Fuck you
Yeah,
all.
she looked.
No.
Yeah, I agree
She
with
looks
Tester.
like
She looked like a
She
Hobbit.
looks like the simplified, scrunched up little character models that are like in
did,
every
actually.
little like casual game. Like
That's true.
No,
That's
the rest of the
extremely
world was
common.
ginormous to her.
She
What do
was
you mean?
barefoot and she was a weird little round faced
how did
Hobbit.
you
What the
notice she
fuck
was
are you talking
barefoot?
about?
She was wearing a dress, wasn't she?
She was running around. There are multiple characters. Look,
Look,
at her,
look
She's
at
got
her
those big
feet.
fucking
She got toes out.
What the fuck are you talking
What
about?
do you mean?
Sorry for not being fucking omnipotent. I was looking at the crops and the gameplay. I was looking at the bar.
Well,
I was
sorry,
distracted
start
by the weird
looking at feet.
streamer lady wasting my time in the corner because we needed extra stuff going on in this video. Apparently,
Well, it worked.
I know what a Hobbit house looks like. I'm like, okay, I get it. Once she's in there, but otherwise, but besides that,
Yeah,
I'm
but
just like,
you don't
this
know
just
what
looks like
Hobbit
any
feet look
farming
like?
game. I
Keith,
didn't
have
see
you ever
the
read Lord of the
fake fan.
Rings?
What?
Fake fan.
Have you ever read Lord of the Rings?
No,
Yeah.
You haven't?
Okay.
Oh,
I've
you
watched
should.
Lord of the Rings.
Have you?
Specifically, I made the mistake of watching the first two
Crazy.
movies, then be like, I'll pick up where it left off because I don't want to wait. Let's read the third book.
Nope.
And then I'm like, this doesn't match.
Oh,
None of this matches
nope,
where the
nope.
last movie left off. I have no idea what's happening. What's
that
Minas
is not how
Tirith?
that-
Why is Gandalf going up to Minas Tirith with Merry or
Has
Pippin
that-
or whoever?
Harry.
Is that ever even possible? I don't think I've ever watched a trilogy or like ever watched a movie based on a book that lined up 1-to-1 with the book. Like, aren't they usually pretty divergent? Not like
You can probably do that with
completely
the first
changed.
season.
I mean, there's often like dropped or introduced plot lines, but I think generally speaking, when you adapt a series, they usually adapt them one by one, like in 1-to-1. Like obviously,
Honestly, Game of
obviously
Thrones-
the premise of adaptation applies, but it's like they don't like mix and match which villains are in which Harry Potter book versus movie and stuff like that. Like they adapt the one storyline at a time. Like it's.
I guess when your book is so simple, you can do that. Oops.
Whereas like the Lord of the Rings books and movies always like they have this ongoing thing where
They
like, for
diverge.
example they always move Shelob to the other from the second book to the third movie, for example.
Yep.
They always like rearrange things a lot. And that's just the project.
I think
Anyway,
if you
fucking
were
Jesus
to
Christ, this is an argumentative episode.
Hobbit.
if you
movie,
were
or
to
Hobbit
watch the first season of Game of Thrones and skip the first book of A Song of Ice and Fire, you wouldn't be lost. You would miss out on a tremendous book, but you wouldn't be lost. I think
Yeah.
there's adaptations and adaptations if you catch my meaning.
Yeah. Whereas that
Well, let's
that
look
series
at
gets
this
more and more divergent as
Skitter.
it goes, because as it goes, the fucking the books of Game of Thrones get really weird. And
Yeah,
just
they
be
get
like,
a lot
let's
more
just,
complicated.
only these characters exist. The other book takes place at the same time, but we'll get to it in 4 years when I write that one and stuff like that.
Yeah. Or 12. So this is the new dwarf fortress.
It looks like it.
Oh, why does he look Minecrafty? Wait,
Because it's dwarf
It's
fortress.
like the voxel.
I don't think
Right.
it's Dwarf Fortress.
I don't think it is either.
something else.
It's
that
just
would
a
be
3-man.
stupid Colonel.
like-
It
Yeah,
wouldn't.
I don't know.
3-man.
No, it wouldn't. It would
Why-
be kind of cool. I would like a dwarf fortress that looks like this.
Oh my god, Tachikomas are
I
here.
don't think Dwarf
This
Fortress
looks-
plays like this to begin
Be-
with.
No,
Yes.
not at all.
So
not
it's like,
at
what do
all.
you mean?
The sign said Venus.
Venus. Nice.
I hate this art style, so it's dead. This game's
Stallcraft?
dead to me instantly.
Wait a second.
That game's
The-
immediately
yeah,
dead
so-
to me for the shitty Minecraft aesthetic that it did.
Oh, but it looks good. I liked it.
No,
Welcome to the midnight murder.
you're wrong.
One flashlight,
Hmm.
one gun. Use your senses and become the shadows.
This is new Professor Layton game.
Okay.
Shooter.
Do you know
I think it's like Phasmophobia, but for cults. I'll play this for 5 minutes.
Oh, I thought it
And
was
then
like
refund it.
I thought it was like one of your. Oh my god.
you killed the piano. Oh no.
Why is every trailer a YouTube playthrough? What is?
Oh, is this like
Because they're
Is
trying
this
to
like
sell
the
it to
people-
YouTubers.
But do
Yeah.
people not have? Is like okay. Yeah, this looks fun. I love this. I love how chaotic and
yeah, how
Wieldy it
impossible to
looks.
record it is.
What is
as
the
well.
yeah.
What is it?
In the club and die.
Is
Who
it
cares,
just-
Keith? People were having fun in the trailer. Isn't that good enough
what's
for you? Buy the game.
What genre is it? Is it just a deathmatch game, but in the dark?
It's
It looked like people were
appears- It's like
masquerading.
I think it's like Phasmophobia, where you have like objectives, but also there are other people in the house, like other teams. It's like
Is
it's
it show- I think I saw
Phasmophobia
3
and
teams
Left.
of 2. Like they were just
Yes,
shooting
and I
each
think-
other.
Yeah.
I think it's like Left 4 Dead in that you have like bespoke things you have to do, but also people are trying to kill you. Like you have different goals. I don't
Very
know.
strange.
That was what I got from it.
That was a
Or
incomprehensible
Keeper.
trailer.
Yeah,
It was. That's true. What is Gorky? I don't know. I love the art style already, but
you'll find
I don't
out.
remember.
Colonel
reminds
sees
me of
2
Terraria.
pixels and is like, "Oh my god, I love the art style."
of course, look at how good it looks. It's like Terraria mixed with WAC4 or whatever.
I think this is Stardew Valley
What?
3.
My brain. Terraria. You got Wakfu out of this?
Yeah,
It is extremely Terraria.
This
It
is
is very
extremely Terraria.
So this is
Is
Terraria
this-
2, ladies and gentlemen.
Is this
beautiful people.
Terraria too, though?
No,
Ooh,
it probably
Spelunky and Terraria
Or is it
mixed.
somebody
That's
just
great.
being like, I
love
wanted
it.
to make a Terraria, just like all the
It
people
looks
that wanted to make their own
kinda-
darkest dungeon.
It reminds me
No,
of
apparently it's
Noita.
called
Kiora.
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 isn't. See, that's what Terraria 2 spells like.
It is getting egregious how much indie games just make sequels to other people's indie games.
Well, considering
hang on a
Terraria
minute.
is a one-man job as well, it makes sense.
It just feels weird how much they just take the entire aesthetic and apparent gameplay of
This
somebody
is a-
else's game one to one.
Okay, so
like
for-
I played like 4 Darkest Dungeon clones and like 5 Overcooked clones. And you're like, okay, you don't have to take all of it. You could do something on your own a little bit.
Didn't
I
you
don't
just
think I've
describe
played it.
how like the moment that like Slay the Spire came out, everyone was trying to make Slay the Spire games? Like I think
Yeah,
that's
that's just normal.
that's just
That's how
business,
video
man.
game.
Yeah.
It's what happens when a good game happens.
You say that like it contradicted anything. It was just me. I complained about that
Yeah.
too. It's me being very consistent
No,
about
it's
what
just-
I'm complaining about.
I'm just saying this
True.
seems like a pretty normal thing. This seems like just the way that life goes. Like, yep, that's how it is, I guess. We all live like that.
I bought a Sega Saturn inspired controller from Retrobit that has
Oh, yeah.
two joysticks and 4 triggers. And it's really nice. And it's been Toaster Controller Minute for the past minute. You're welcome, everyone. Go get that if you need a Sega Saturn looking controller. It's very comfy.
It's 4:3 or the aspect ratio,
We're
or is it?
still-
It's
Or
a
is it,
controller,
like-
Colonel,
It's
for
a-
holding in
Oh,
your
I thought it
hand.
was. Yeah, I thought it was like the little console.
No,
Sorry.
I
No,
mean,
I
it's
thought
up to
I
you.
could
You
do-
can
it's a
you
big
can
deal.
close your eyes and make it 4x3. I guess. I don't know. However you
I
want
was
to do
thinking.
that.
I was thinking of the.
This
I
format
forget the
makes
name of the
us so
company.
incapable of talking to each other.
it's a. I got the Retrobit Sega Saturn 2.4
Retrobit.
gigahertz wireless pro controller. There you go.
Thank
Ooh,
you.
That's
I
a lot
just-
of words. That's like
It's a
so
good-
many words.
It's a good controller. If you need a good D-pad and sticks, you could use this to play pretty much everything. I think it's good. It's good stuff.
Oh, it looks so good though.
I'm gonna hit
Yeah, but
play.
could you play our next game we've got here?
From the creators of
Sifu.
Sifu.
Oh, Sifu is. I played Sifu finally this year. One of the
Sifu
best games I
soccer.
played. Instantly less interested because it's a
football?
soccer game.
Yeah.
It's football.
I did
Whatever,
see stuff about
Colonel.
Sifu that made me want to try it, but it also looks terrifying.
Sifu is fucking
Oh, yeah?
incredible. It's also really hard, and I don't think. I'm gonna be
Is
honest.
this like?
Don't think most people could
How
beat
does
it.
this play?
This is a genuinely neat art style for a soccer game that I don't want to play.
Yeah.
This is what
Isn't
Sifu
this
looks like.
just-
Yeah.
This just seems like what's that car game? It's
Rocket
like that.
League.
Rocket
Yeah,
League?
no,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
looks like just Rocket
It is
League,
borrowing from
right?
Rocket League's aesthetic a little bit, but it's also like
Yeah.
deeply into
Not
the
the
cool
gameplay,
art
though, 'cause-
style.
The
think-
camera controls are very like you don't use them all the time.
Because like you normally play soccer games like a little dual stick shooter, man, from a fixed perspective.
Yeah.
So having it be like, no, it's an
Wait.
action game is like a very interesting perspective to have to make it feel more involved. And it's
I
also
think
online.
this
So okay,
is-
so you play a fixed character and probably amongst a team of people, as opposed to the whole like be an omniscient team manager guy, which makes them feel
it's
really
gonna-
impersonal normally.
It cannot be multiplayer like that. People will never pass. It's such a big problem in actual football. Getting people to pass.
No.
Well, not really a big problem, but
That sounds
Multiplayer?
That sounds like you're
Imagine
bad
being
at.
in
That sounds like
matchmaking.
you're bad at the game.
11?
I wonder if it has roll queue. Do you have to like matchmake as the goalie, and then like is it going to have like
Oh, but-
massive disparities like Overwatch does in queue
Oh.
times based on like goalies versus other people? I'm sure other positions exist that I can name,
being goalie is fun. I like goalie in real life.
but no one in real life, no one ever wants to be the goalie. We've learned
Well,
this.
1 out of
Just
11
like how
people
nobody wants to be tank. Like that nobody.
That's
no
not
one-
true. I would love to be goalie. The problem is that I can't trust that being goalie is enough. Like because no one else does anything. The problem with team-based games is that I need a team
Yeah,
and I don't
Soccer
trust
is.
them.
Sorry, football is such a it's very about cooperation.
It's not football, Colonel. They touch the ball with their hands when they pick it up at the fucking goal. You can't call it football. That's not how
Sorry,
that
they were
works.
wearing European inspired gear. That's football that they were playing.
Uh-huh.
No.
So
I learned
double
recently that the term soccer, the name soccer, comes from a shortening of the term, the
Association.
word association. I didn't know that. That was very interesting to me.
it is yeah.
This looks. My brain. This is sliding off my brain like puke off of a tarp. I can't
This is just an
handle this.
MMO trailer.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
was
that's
gonna
what
say
it
like,
looks like.
is this the next pre-rendered trailer for the next WoW expansion?
If you told me this was Dragon Age 27, I'd be like, yep.
You won't believe how evil we made
me-
Sylvanas
yeah, it
this
means nothing.
time. Sylvanas is even more eviler than ever.
we've
I
been
don't know who
seeing
that is.
we've been seeing trailers like this since ever. What was
Ooh,
it
footage
called?
captured in engine though. That's nice.
This
why-
is
oh,
the
I can
footage.
tell.
That's why
Everyone's
nothing's
wet.
moving now.
Yeah, I can tell.
Thinking of.
Oh, it looks like a Baldur's Gate style.
Oh, is it a CRPG? Not well, not
No,
well,
it's
I mean like a single player RPG.
Is this
Oh.
is this a
Wow.
Vowed?
Oh, it is the new. It is no, it's not Avowed. It's the new.
Wait, why-
D&D. What is it called? There was a. You're gonna see
Celeste.
Celeste.
2.
Yeah. Oh man, that
Ah.
sucks though. That really sucks because it was so generic. The story in the
Yeah.
first one.
Celeste,
That
if I
title
remember
and
correctly,
branding looks like one of those games designed to just be forgotten instantly.
well, Celeste, if I remember correctly, was more known for the fact that you could build campaigns in it than you could playing its own story. People are like literally like, don't even play the
That's
story,
true.
just use the multiplayer mode.
That is true.
So it's
Like
basically
Neverwinter
cool,
Night
though.
style.
The main-
I
yeah,
like that it
that's-
has that option. That's pretty neat.
But it wasn't there on release. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so. I just
When I
it's,
played it-
I think that's the game that I'm thinking
More-
of.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about it. My experience from Solasta was that it feels like a very, very like real translation of D&D rules, D&D 5.
Yeah.
But the problem is the DM wants to team party kill, like total party wipe you all the time. All of the time. The DM hates you. And it sucks. Because like you want to be immersed in this D&D experience, but nope, your DM wants you dead. He has other things to do on Friday afternoon. So
So
whenever
he's
you're
out
playing.
to murder you.
Yeah,
Well,
100%. Like early in the game, you will absolutely die. You will. It's so difficult. It's such a difficult game. But I am bad, so I suppose.
Let's continue. We're
What
a
we got?
tenth of the way through the show.
This is the new
There's a
Elden
lot
Ring.
of trailers.
No, it's not the new Elden Ring. What is it?
Here's a look at the unexpected.
Yeah, this is Elden Ring.
Jesus Christ! Can you guys just hurry up? What's going on?
Is it Elden Ring?
It's the unexpected. How
It's
dare
Unreal
you?
Engine 5, so I don't
on
think
an
it's Elden Ring.
on an unannounced
No, it's
NVIDIA
not. This
GPU.
is
Witcher 4.
This is Witcher.
It's Witcher
yeah,
4.
This is Witcher.
Yeah.
Devilishly curious child.
You see bathtubs and thighs. It's Witcher.
Yep. Yeah, that's my immediate. Yeah, oh yeah, this is definitely Witcher.
10 years later.
They're still using bathtubs to intro their game.
Tis how we rise to face the hard times, but does that for us. Even art of gold.
See, there was a Hobbit, by the way.
Spirit to overcome adversities aplenty. Darling,
Oh, is
sweeten.
she the princess, or is it what was the name? The
Ye fill out your destiny.
the daughter of No, it's just a random.
Look at all
Yes.
these idiots. What are you doing? Don't you have lives or jobs?
You can't
Go do
call the
something.
peasants idiots, Andrew.
They're
yeah,
peasants.
I can. They're standing around. Yeah, they're also peasants. Of course, they're idiots, but they're standing around doing nothing.
Oh my
Look at
god.
these people.
Spoken
There's a
like a true
Witcher.
landowner.
I know, right?
A Witcher.
Ew.
A totally random Witcher.
It could be any Witcher. There's so many.
Twere my only choice.
I shall be the bringer of salvation.
See, this is
What
when
if
you
it was
talk like
called,
that.
instead of The Witcher, it was called A Witcher?
A Witcher.
A Witcher.
Nay, you can't.
You got that Siri.
Chosen
Yeah.
idiots by the gods.
No.
New Siri voice actress.
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's a shame though, because well, the last game that she did was
Wait,
Dragon Age
I-
2 though. So
But I thought Witchers don't have
major game.
emotion. That's what's going on here.
She's older. I wonder how much older. I wonder how far in the future this takes place.
Probably a decade, right? She looks like 10 years.
10, maybe 15, yeah.
for her to be a Witcher, it has to be a while because she has to.
Trial
She
of
doesn't-
grasses, yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the village. Go now.
Nay, I must say.
But yeah, she does look like she looks almost 30.
Yeah, 30 something maybe.
Yeah.
It's a completely different face though.
Get the
It's
hell.
like a remodeled
Let people
character.
Run!
She just looks like a human.
Yeah.
Looks like
Yeah.
performance capture. I don't think the face is that different.
It's a little
She has the same
surreal. It's a
face
little
shape.
surreal how motion capture it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks like performance
The,
capture.
the
ultimately.
constant close-ups make it feel like a Hellblade. Not Hell. Is that Hell? Senua? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hellblade.
Yeah, Hellblade.
It gives it that vibe of a trailer.
And the like voices from everywhere.
Ow.
No, it's
Damn,
bad
I
yeah.
for
drunk
you.
on the job. Let's go.
Oh yeah, so she did go through the Trial of the Grasses. Interesting.
Was that cat's eye or was that swallow?
I don't know. I'm not that deep on Witcher. I just know
I mean,
that
they looked like literal cat's eyes, didn't they? So maybe.
They always
I mean,
have
they were
cat's eyes in the
black
book.
and white, and she's doing signs, which is something that Siri didn't do before. Interesting.
Yeah.
That said, as far as I can tell, the whole no emotions thing was just literally always lies, just like the Jedi.
Yeah, I know. I'm making the joke. Yeah.
Oh, it's a hag.
Oh, that's fun.
It looked like something different.
It's like a spider bird.
Yeah,
Ew.
it looked so weird.
Could you imagine having to blow that nose? That sucks.
I hope the investigations are better this time.
Oh, yeah.
Their formula for investigations wore real thin. So what you do is you turn on Batman vision and you look for footsteps again, and you're like, all right, cool.
What the hell is that? Oh, a chain.
Unfortunately, this sort of trailer doesn't really tell us anything.
No,
yeah.
it's just evoking
It's just cool,
Witcher
yeah.
imagery.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
even the first Witcher had a trailer kind of like
That's
this.
cool though. I do like the idea she's like choking this person. That's pretty good.
It's a
I like
mall-
Siri. Siri's cool.
Oh my god.
Siri, yeah, easily the best player.
I don't think that's the big guy though. Isn't that just like a small little?
No, that's about normal sized for Witcher stuff.
No, I just meant like I don't think that's the big bad in this area. I think that's just a small little.
No,
minor
this is
bitch.
just a monster. It's just one monster.
Yeah. Oh, so you're gonna tell me these people aren't dumb peasants? Okay, sure.
I'm just saying them celebrating a sacrifice as part of their tradition and standing in front of a house isn't an indicator that they're dumb.
Did you just hear the things you said? Like,
No, human sacrifice is fine. I draw the line at stabbing a woman after the monster was killed.
but they didn't know, Toaster. They're just small little guys. How are they supposed to know the monster's dead? They just thought she came back and didn't do her job, like smart people do. You know, they just reacted like smart little guys.
Correct.
Idiots. Idiots. Absolute dumb people. I would wipe them all out immediately.
How can you say that
Standing
about
there.
Jeff?
Wait, isn't that
About Jeff? I'm
can't
being
wait to
pleasant
lie
to
about
Jeff by
Jeff.
saying something.
Yeah, I'm
Something like that
excited.
would be a kindness to Jeff. Like,
I'm excited. I'm feeling it in my loins. We're gonna have some good voice
Uh-huh.
acting in a second.
Uh-huh.
What is
Toasters,
this?
Toasters engorged.
Positively
does that-
turgid.
What does this have to do with
This
voice
is
acting?
obviously Elden Ring.
Elden
Is it?
Ring,
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You've seen these
voice
assets
acting is gonna
before.
be good.
You could
Oh,
tell
no,
by
I'm-
the 2D grass. Come on now.
I'm just saying, like that tower. I've been in that tower already.
I couldn't recognize it actually. I was too disturbed by the unbroken pattern of
This
Hyros.
water texture is very Elden Ring as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Ooh.
Namco Bandai.
They have a
They have
lot
so
of
many
games.
I have so
Oh,
many
yeah,
things
we've
to say
been
that.
there.
There have been like 4 Bandai Namco games announced so far, yeah.
Yeah, they're hitting it. Okay.
From software.
It's a
And
little
a
confusing
bonfire.
not
From
having a space in
software.
the name. From software.
Yes, but they used to have like it used to be from.
No, it's always been from software.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh.
Mhm. Yep.
Oh, I love this voice. It's got such a
Hey,
nice
there's a
timbre.
jail.
Skitter. That's from the expansion though. Is this from the expansion? No.
No.
You can tell that it's using Sekiro stuff because of the animations.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hmm. Huh? Okay.
There's like the slight downer in that I don't expect like
Tragedy must
A
be
s-
averted.
a regular Souls like campaign to play necessarily,
Yeah.
but I do like
It
the
won't.
idea of having like a cool group thing.
It's a roguelike.
Like I look forward to like a game actually built around you having characters that play differently.
Yeah.
Wait, you can control the oh, that's cool. Or maybe you can. I don't know.
I'm assuming it's by class. I'm assuming
That's-
it's
Like,
classes.
Like, and I
It
see
is.
this,
There's
this
8
rogue person
classes.
here, and I'm like, look at them go! Look, an archer. That means that archery has to be viable this time.
Sekiro.
Oh,
parrying.
that was so Sekiro. Holy shit. I know
Yeah.
exactly that animation.
Dragon?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's the ring.
Weird
of the round
eyes.
table.
Basilisk Baphomet. That's cool.
That's upsetting.
I'm sorry. Is that a Cerberus with a whip? Like, what is
Chain
that?
sword. that splits into 3 dogs. That's cool.
Oh god.
A Cerberus
Oh,
that
this
just
is the thing.
comes apart.
Look, Eagle Man furries.
Of the Night Lord.
I can't see. I didn't see him.
Yeah, one of the playable races or playable classes is a Birdman.
That's fun.
Anyway, I'm really excited for this. It's a roguelike where you select a character class, and it's Sekiro. It's built off of Sekiro. Seems cool.
How many
I'll play
Final Fantasy VII stillbursts are we getting? How many?
No, this is
like
just the
eighth
PC
goddamn...
port of the one that's already out. So I don't
Yeah,
care.
this is a
Oh,
PC
okay.
port of 2.
That's already
dude.
out. Why are you putting an ad for this?
Because it's not out on PC yet. It's not out on PC yet. It's coming out on PC.
Sorry. I meant
he means
Indiana
this,
Jones.
but,
Yeah,
you
not
know,
Final Fantasy.
People
Sorry.
do make ads for things that are purchasable now.
No, that's
In
lame.
fact, that's like
I'm
a
here
lot
for
of the reason
trailers.
to make an ad.
No, don't do that.
Messing with powers beyond your control. I'm always in control.
Is
Troy
it actually
Baker.
a puzzle game?
It is
Is it
actually
a-
a puzzle game, yeah.
Oh, okay. So I may play it.
It's very generous to say that. It's okay. It has like puzzles in it, but I don't think it's a puzzle game.
Okay. Oh, so I asked the question in a different way. Is it more of a puzzle game than Tomb Raider, the new ones?
Yes.
Okay, that's a puzzle game. Yeah,
Sure, but only because the new Tomb Raiders aren't are, like
that's true. But you know,
adventure
Oh, this
games.
looks-
Okay.
I don't like that the cat has makeup on.
it's not makeup.
doesn't.
It's how it is. It's the normal fur.
There's no way. No. Oh,
Oh my God, who
Wait,
threw the
what?
kitten
That
on
one
the
has,
ground?
Like, is that a
Pokemon
Bratz
looking
cat?
ass cats.
What the fuck is up with these cats?
They're AI generated.
Is this
What
like
do you
a
want?
Oculus Rift commercial? Yeah, it is.
The fur looked.
Wait, that
and
looked
it
that,
is
that,
AI.
that did look like AI generated cat pictures.
Yeah, this is all this is just AI
I didn't
generated
like
shit.
that.
Leave it
I'm
alone.
unhappy that that was in my brain now.
The fur looked very unrenderable in real time. Anyway,
Okay, is
It
this
is
like a
Path of Exile
Diablo-esque?
2.
This is a lot of visual
Yeah. Oh, it's
Path of
chaos to
Exile,
try to
okay.
parse during a fight.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, they're very different.
I think
different
people
kind of
who
game.
play Poe are like, this is nothing to parse. This is fine by their standards.
No,
Every
no,
single
it's
time I see
different.
these games, every
Because
single time I
Path
see
of
these,
Exile. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say every single time I see an ARPG, it's like it's just tons of shit exploding on the screen. Yeah, this is Path of Exile 2.
But this game is more of a Souls-like than any sort of game like this before, or big game like this. So the
Sure.
gameplay is a lot more skill-based. So-
Sure, but what I'm saying is that I
dislike
still
PoE.
think at high level, all ARPGs are like bullet hell level, screen
Yeah.
clear, you know. So like that was
Yeah,
pretty
that's fair.
fine by those standards. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I always disliked PoE
Let's-
because like their ways of reinventing the progression system just felt like it made it way more tedious and clunky and worse than ever before, and it seemingly is what people celebrate about them. And I'm like, no, I don't want a 5 million node skill tree where it's all incredibly minor garbage. It's like, what? This is
I
the
think
most
that's what they
annoying
want
thing
about
to
it,
navigate
is
ever.
so that it's just
Yeah.
like super granular and you can
Like
like
I-
really customize your character or whatever.
Like back in the day, like
yeah, it's just a
like it felt very elegant in a way, the way that like Diablo 2 was like, okay, here's a skill tree and all of them are literal abilities you get by getting them, but also all of them also have synergies with other abilities to give them secondary purchase reasons to buy them if you already have a main skill you want and stuff like that.
That
Whereas-
particular
Too
feature
simple.
was only introduced
Path of Exile is like,
years
what-
later.
Path of Exile is like, what if we took the sphere grid and it was 10 times as big, and it's like, motherfucker. And then like all of your abilities are exclusively like, I think you only get them from like gems that you insert into slots on your weapons or something, and then so it's like,
No, those
when
are
you- when you
modifiers.
upgrade your gear, you have to swap them out. I think that's where your abilities were coming from, because if I remember correctly, your sphere grid was all passives, so it was basically just functionally replacing like a normal
Oh,
stat
right,
screen,
that's
but
true.
being annoying as possible. And then the skills themselves, instead of learning the skills in any other way, you have to learn them by getting weapons that have them or putting them in your weapons or something. And it's like, that makes upgrading annoying because you when sometimes you just want a better weapon now, and you're like, there's no reason to mix these systems. You could just have a skill tree and a stat screen and weapons and not have to make them become this like decision paralysis nightmare that maybe not want to play the game.
Yeah, and especially because people just tend to look up
Isn't
like builds and replicate them.
I feel like
anyway.
you're describing a good reason for this game to exist, which is that every other game doesn't do this, which is probably
Oh, is this
what makes
Fumito
it
Ueda's
appealing.
new game? Yeah.
Ico.
Ico.
I can't wait
Ico.
to play as another child that ragdolls strangely whenever I press normal input buttons.
The Last Guardian. I forgot about that game.
That's not.
You guys are probably going to be surprised by what this game is then.
Probably not something for me to play.
I'm very interested
the
in
second
this.
to last Guardian.
I don't think I've played any of their games.
I played all of them.
Oh, they're really good.
I just don't like any of them. I don't like how they look. I don't want to play them. They're just not.
Didn't
for
Shadow
me.
of the Colossus get a remaster for the PS4?
It got a remake for PS4. Yeah.
Yeah.
I may actually play it.
Oh, it's a mech game. Let's go.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah, it's sci-fi.
It's a mech game that you crawl around like a colossus. I see.
Oh, it's got Michael Bay Transformers too. Let's go.
I don't. Yeah.
Oh, it's like Gurren Lagann, where the head.
That
All right.
seems like it didn't work right.
I think it's like
Yeah,
an
that doesn't-
escape launch thing.
You would just think it would like detach the spine, maybe
you
or
spend
something. It just seems really
cool.
brutal.
Maybe you spend the rest of the game rebuilding your Inspector Gadget McDonald's
Oh,
toy
maybe.
so you can beat the
That could
final
be neat.
boss.
That is a badass intro right there.
I like the premise and aesthetics and everything else about every game that he makes, but the
Dude,
controls do kind of
what was
piss
that?
me off.
What was that? That font was wild.
That's how you do a trailer.
That is
right
a
there.
wild,
Sorry, what?
like evocative introduction. That's a concert. So you're
What's
dead
the
to
name of
me.
the game? What was it called? Ico?
It doesn't have a title.
It's
It's
just
just
a
the new Fumito
He's
Ueda
making a
game.
new thing. Yeah, the first
Eco
game
is
was
the
called
first
Ico.
game he made. Eco, not Ico, Eco.
I've never heard
Then he
anyone
should've
call it
used an
Eco, so I
E.
think you're losing this war.
No, those people are wrong. They're dumb. It's Eco.
Outer
It's literally
Wilds,
what it's
Outer
called.
Wait, did
Worlds
they actually-
2, the Outer Worlds.
Yeah, wait, where are we?
Did
On
they,
another
did
world?
they just say?
Graphics?
Well, what?
Get ready for an adventure.
How many times do I gotta do this shit?
3 times longer to make, but will almost certainly be 2 times bigger.
I doubt that.
No.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I
right. We can't listen to
I-
music because
I seriously doubt this game's gonna be 2 times longer because that was the assumption I'm.
When they say 2 times bigger, they mean the size of the map, and it was
Yeah.
making fun of itself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
okay.
they was making fun.
They were
yeah, since the
joking
beginning,
about
when
how
they
like
said
it took
all
3
three
times
part
as long to
two.
make, but it'll almost certainly be 2 times
At least.
bigger. Like that's the joke. I hope they remember to give it gameplay this time. Like more than 2 gameplays.
yeah,
It does not.
The first
it
game had 2
doesn't
look like-
gameplays, and
ammo-
that wasn't enough gameplays for a game.
And make ammo actually matter instead of not matter.
I
where you
want
wish
them
it
to
didn't have
improve
ammo.
upon the formula of New Vegas instead of spending 3 decades trying to reach it again. Because New
I don't
Vegas,
think they're
Yeah.
trying to. I don't think they're trying to. I don't think Outer Worlds was.
I love
trying to
it
be New
tried
Vegas.
so hard to be New Vegas. That's what it was pitched as to
No.
begin with. And I
No, I don't think it
given that I
was.
literally played it before New Vegas. When I went back to New Vegas, I was like, oh yeah, this is what they were trying to do. I get it.
Well,
I
you can
love-
see parallels, but I don't think it ever was advertised as the new Vegas.
That's the whole point of getting that studio to make another game that looks like that plays kind of like Fallout is to be like, oh, they're making New Vegas again. The people that made
That's
New
what- I
Vegas.
think
That's the only reason
that's
anyone
fair.
cared. And that's
That's
definitely what they
fair.
went for.
I love
that's
Tim
fair,
Kaine.
but I don't think like it not being done by Josh Sawyer kind of means it's not New Vegas. This is a new Fallout. It's not New Vegas.
That's
Because
the
Tim Kaine is
distinction
creator of
without the
Fallout
difference
1.
in many ways.
It's,
Yeah,
no,
it's
well,
not
for
New
people who
Vegas.
don't
It's the
follow.
new Fallout, not the
Yeah, it's
new
the new Fallout.
best Fallout game.
Yeah, it's new Fallout 1,
You're
basically.
splitting the most annoying possible
It's not
hairs.
Fallout 1.
I'm not engaging
It's not
any
Fallout
further on
1
that.
at all.
No, it isn't. But what I'm trying to say is it's the new there's a distinction. Like I've seen videos where Tim Kaine specifically says we never advertised it as a New Vegas style game.
Sure,
They
yeah.
didn't
I
have
love Tim
to.
Kaine.
That
I love his
that doesn't
YouTube
change the
channel.
implication that everyone knows is why they cared about the game. The entire conversation
That's
about
true.
the game is
You're
about
right.
it's a worthy successor to New Vegas. It's like,
You're
let's
right.
not
You're
litigate
right.
this.
You're
It's
right.
stupid.
No, but yeah, exactly. You're right. But my point is that the game isn't designed like that, and
Well, then they should have made
No.
it have its own identity then,
should
because
have-
it didn't succeed in
should-
anything
exactly.
separate from that either. It's a very flat game
Exactly.
with almost no actual like shit to do in it. It
My
is
big
literally
take-
just
I
explore this handful of maps in a very, very boring way with the same like
Yeah,
you can crouch sometimes, and sometimes when you pick stuff up it counts as stealing, and that's like the level of engagement you have. It's so shallow. It was not a fun game.
Yeah, Outer Worlds slides off my brain. I bought it. I was very excited for it. I played it, and like I legitimately do not remember a single thing about it. I don't think it
No.
has characters. I don't like
What?
the
It's so
gameplay is
unfair.
no, it's not unfair.
Your cast of
No.
characters
Oh.
was you had one good companion in the whole game.
I don't even
Colonel-
I don't even
companion.
think the characters are like even the so-called good character that people like. What's her name? Parvati, right? Is that her name?
Yeah.
That is
Fucking flavorless garbage. Like the way that story is
Yeah.
told is just nothing. Like that game slides off my brain. Every
There
single
is-
faction is the same. Every single character interaction is the same. Every single quest is the same. You play
Parvati
it
is
for
the-
5 minutes and you have
Watson of to Sherlock, basically. She's
sure.
the point of view
Sure.
character for the audience.
It's the most boring version of that as well. It's just like you play that game for 5 minutes and you have experienced the entirety of that game.
Yep. And then the
It
commentary
doesn't-
it almost exclusively even functions in like the first planet, and then like the fancy city planet that they foreshadow all game. And then everywhere in between, it's like deeply boring, extremely long.
Agree.
Go around this
Yeah.
huge landscape and fight 3 enemies 700 times. Would you like to launch your companion's
yeah.
one ability
And
again?
graphics
Wow, you press
don't
the companion button. Watch the companion cutscene. She goes,
never-
with a gun, and then the guy goes,
I've never pressed the companion button.
and game, graphics don't make a game, but I will say Outer Worlds is ugly as sin. That game is one of the ugliest video games I've ever played. I'm not saying the graphics quality is low. I'm saying I think the art direction makes me want to die. I hate the way that game looks.
Yeah. It seems very utilitarian from one perspective, and
It's just
and just very uninspired from another.
Yeah, well, the way that people like the way that Fallout 4 looks, where everyone looks like doughy potato people, I think Outer Worlds is that, but with the saturation and bloom cranked, and it's just like, no, I don't like this at all.
There's like no functioning RPG like progression or like customization for your characters. You might as well just give literally every character that you ever get the same super endgame Gatling gun, including yourself, and then just mow down every enemy all the time. The stats are bad, the skills are bad, the combat's bad. There's only like
and ammo doesn't matter.
They introduce like one new weapon per player level practically, so there's no weapon variety, and you'll just pick up the same weapon 400 times. Like it's such an unfinished feeling game for the scale it has.
This is a common issue with games that have like character creators, but I feel like I have never had a situation as bad as in Outer Worlds, where you make a character in the character creator and you try really hard to make them look cool, and then you load up the game and you're like, who is this? Oh, they look so different than the person I made. Yes.
Oh no.
It was made worse too by the fact that you also couldn't see your character anyway. Like,
in the inventory, you could.
If I remember, correctly, you customize a character and you realize after you start playing the game, oh, I just customized my pause screen. This character's face only shows up in the pause screen. It doesn't show up anywhere in gameplay. They don't even do like the basic reverse shot idea of like cutting to your face when you're currently choosing your dialogue response, just to show that you're physically even there. So you're like, why is there a character creator? I could be a floating camera and I wouldn't notice. It's like putting a character creator in BioShock. You're like, what?
I hope like this game was or Outer Worlds was released before Baldur's Gate 3. It's the kind of game that would learn from Baldur's Gate 3, and I hope they have. I hope
Outer
they saw like
Worlds is one
everybody.
of the Outer Worlds is one of the games in recent history that is like one of the worst cases I could ever think of like a game being handled with kitty gloves by all critical reception.
Yes.
Like it was incredible how much
Yeah.
praise it got for the bare minimum of being a stapled together, embarrassing,
But the
shitty
thing-
version of a 10-year-old
The
game.
crazy
It wasn't
thing about-
buggy, and I think that
It was
played a
buggy.
more-
one
Was
of the,
it?
one of the things I'll say about it though is that like you're saying all the praise it got, but the overwhelming critical consensus on Outer Worlds was this game exists, which is like that's just like damning with like the most faint of praise.
I honestly think that any RPG, just like, well, not any RPG, but most RPGs, as long as they're not buggy, they will have a good reception. Because
The only thing,
well,
okay,
that's
It
what
got
RPGs
an
are.
85,
Buggy messes.
which is way too high.
I don't think it. No. This game,
Is that a higher reception than New Vegas?
like Fallout 3 has a like a 92. How is the Outer Worlds is better than Fallout
Well,
3?
Fallout 3 is also literally the archetypical example of like way too much fucking good critical reception for a terrible video game.
Yeah, but you know, when you say you
It
got
is.
an 85,
Outer Worlds
you
has
mean-
1 point higher on Metacritic than Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah.
Which is extremely funny.
Which no, that is the
That's
real
very
crime.
funny.
Fallout New Vegas should be, well, it's one of the best RPGs ever.
Fallout
but
New Vegas' launch is marred by the fact that it launched broken.
It was buggy. Yeah,
So, like,
it was
that's,
buggy.
That's
yeah.
why. That's part of why the score is like that. Like I
Yeah, of
remember,
course.
I remember the
That's what I'm
footage
saying.
of early reception being like everyone's running around and they're running around with massive missing model things on their body and stuff like that. Like giant like. It's like the equivalent when you see like the fucking like missing texture thing in a source
Yeah.
modded game. Like you just see like a giant exclamation point instead of a gun or
Exclamation.
something, and it's like, oh no.
That's what I'm saying. The reception largely has to do, well, not largely, but for actually RPGs that try, it's all about how unbuggy they are. Because like think of Cyberpunk and the way the reception changed. It's the same game. It's just the bugs are not there anymore apparently. And people say, "Oh, they fixed it." No, it's the same game. Like all the problems
Everyone claims
with
they've genuinely
storytelling.
revamped a bunch of stuff, but I'm not going to put the time in to check. I'm not going to
Oh,
do
yeah,
that
they
to
did.
myself.
They did change the hacking. I think
It's like the same
That's true.
trap like you get when he's like, I made a video criticizing No Man's Sky, so now I'm on the hook to reassess that opinion every year when they do revamp it again. That's totally going to be good this time. And that's just like that's a torture loop. You never win.
yeah.
That's the kind of mentality to make someone finish password.
Oh, it's a new Gundam game.
That's a trophy. That's a trophy in the background that you're looking at.
Okay. It looks like,
you're,
like
looking at the PlayStation trophy. No, it's not. I'm sorry. My
This
brain
is
broke.
the new It Takes Two, I think.
yeah, this is the new
Yeah.
sci-fi fantasy.
It's mobile?
writer
Yeah,
Takes Two.
the makers of
No.
It Takes Two.
Is it?
It's not mobile.
I don't see why it would be mobile.
okay.
Unless they could also port it to that or something.
Okay, you better get ready because I'm about to show you haze-like
because it looked like they showed it on
Yosef Ferris has the most distinctive, quirky accent voice in games. The way he talks cracks me up.
and Zoe.
I still haven't played It Takes Two. I played his previous game with the two guys in prison.
A Way Out.
To life.
Yeah.
Played it with Andrew.
Please calm down.
pajamas.
I can't believe the fucking arm wrestling game and that was foreshadowing.
What are you doing in my story? Something bad is going on here.
These always like,
Are about to get stolen.
I don't know. These are fun. These are great family games, but they are not great gamer games.
And in order to save them, they have to escape back to reality.
So what you say is, if you have a nice family, you can enjoy them.
No,
If you don't,
they're
you
they're
can-
like they're very good casual games, but if you're looking for any kind of like challenge or deep experience, these are not good games for that. These are just really like fun, silly little games that you can play with no stress. But like
This is
I don't
just
know.
a kind of crowd pleaser thing that where the goal is to give you a good experience with the one other person you're playing it with and not have to
Yeah.
like guess if they're on the right level to be able to play it and stuff like that.
Correct. Yeah. Like
Has a very
It Takes
specific
Two is
function.
just so. It Takes Two is just so boring. Like just from a gameplay perspective of like, all right, now I gotta wait for someone else to do something. All right, they did it. Now I can continue.
It's almost as if the
Damn.
theme of that game is having patience for your spouse.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, fuck them. Do the game. Be faster. What the fuck?
Poor Mandy.
Like,
apparently
I'm not-
Mandy
we
was
didn't play
ruining
it.
Andrew's
We-
experience
we-
with this game.
we literally both had the same problem. It was like, can you hurry the fuck up? What are we waiting for? Like, do your ability. Like, Jesus.
I think what the audience is learning is something that we've all understood for a very long time, which is that Andrew is incapable of experiencing art.
I'm just a non-collaborative person. I
look,
don't
it's a
want to
piggy.
do.
Oh no, it's a sausage.
Steven Sausage
Wait.
Roll 2, ayo.
Whoa.
I said
Like,
ayo
look at
out
this shit.
loud, and I'm
Like-
unhappy with myself.
No
I've
loot
seen
boxes.
too many-
Let's
I've seen too many
go.
furry streamers.
Look at all of these examples. Just like,
Destiny 3?
yeah, no way.
Yeah,
You
there's a
cannot.
lot of genres there, which means that the depth can't be.
I like
Can't be
Split
there.
Fiction as a
It's fine.
title.
See, I think that the difference here is like I think of A Way Out. A Way Out is a good example of this, where I think the narrative part of A Way Out makes it so that the actual mechanic part of A Way Out doesn't matter. But It Takes Two is so heavily invested on the actual action happening, the actual mechanics, that everything else doesn't matter. So you just impatiently are like, why the fuck are we like, be good at the game then. Like, do good at the game, because that's the only fucking thing that's here. There's no story here. It's so fucking boring.
It Takes Two
Toaster.
is so narratively driven. What are you talking about?
Why do I? Why-
You're not gonna
why-
win this. You're not gonna win this.
Why would I? Why would I need to spend hours of my time to understand the most fundamental fucking thing? Two divorced people are divorced because they fucking do not work well together. Move on. Fucking move on. I'm done with it. I don't
But
need
that's
a
not
weird.
what the story is. The story is about how people pending getting a divorce were going to get a divorce because they refused to learn how to cooperate, and thus the game is about learning how to cooperate.
Or
You have a
hear me
fundamental
out.
misunderstanding of the game.
How do
Oh
I
my
lived
God.
through this? This is a lived experience. Just get a divorce. Go away. Get the fuck away from each other. That poor child. That
Oh
poor
my
fucking child
God.
was sitting there the whole game being
Oh
just
my
so upset.
God.
The whole, just depressed fucking child about their parents, and the whole time the parents are busy fucking fighting with each other. Pieces of shits. I don't want to play as piece of shit people who literally ignore their child's feelings because they're too selfish to fucking put aside their own problems. And they needed a weird
Except
like
the whole
kind.
game is them putting aside their problems to learn
No,
to be
it's
better
not.
people. Yes, it
No,
is. What?
But that's no. They put aside their problems through fucking like begrudging experiences that they don't have a choice but to. They don't actually want to work together. They have to work together literally, or they'll die, and they hate each other
it's
the whole
called
way
the
until the
narrative
end.
Conceit, so that there can
That's
be
fine.
themes. It's a story.
Sure.
What are you talking about?
My problem is I'm not interested because I already know the entire story, so I don't care. It's just about the mechanics now. Like I get it. Yes, okay. The end of the story is either two options. They're gonna get back together, everything's great, or they don't. And yeah, it should be like that. Who gives a shit? I don't fucking care. I'm done. I don't. So now all that's left is the mechanics. There's no surprise, interest, or intrigue in the story. Both characters, right out the gate, don't care about them. I don't like the guy. His personality sucks. Don't like the girl. Go a hell away. Child, fine, whatever. Annoying, but it's a child. And then the book, and you're like, this book needs to take a PR class, like a HR class. Like this
Alright,
is not
I'm just-
healthy.
I'm
Andrew's
just
review
imagining
of child. Annoying, fine, but it's a child.
It is it's
incredible.
All right, so I'm gonna
these are
click
not-
play now before I have a fucking heart
It's
attack.
just
wild.
Like I said, they're just not for
Hey,
me.
robot.
Surge 3. Let's go Surge 3.
Surge 3. I hate you.
I don't know what this is, but it looks really ugly. I hate this
Cyberpunk
kind
2.
of aesthetic
The
of just like techno garbage.
Master Chief?
yeah.
It's got a big funny helmet. Oh, bear. Whoa.
Why are all Horizon
It's
Zero
Michael
Dawn
Bay- it's
ruined
Michael Bay.
monster design forever?
It's just Michael Bay the game. Wait, is it actually Transformers?
I'm so tired
No.
of like big mech garbage. Like
oh,
just
World
like
of Mech. It's World of Mech.
Yeah,
It's just
World
so,
of Mechs?
yeah, it's World of Tanks or War Thunder, but with mechs, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? That's
Zoids 7. I don't know.
I
This
would
shit looks
exclusively
terrible.
play as the Zoid.
it's the
Zoid
same game as
7.
all the other games, but honestly, this is a great idea for them to make.
I do like that
Sure.
it
I mean, it's
prowls.
gonna-
I think it's very
it'll be
funny
less,
that the stupid
uh,
fucking mech man has an army helmet that's camouflaged.
Yeah, the general announcement or a plea to the audience: don't play these games. They're
Ooh.
predatory and they're shallow as hell, but they're predatory. So don't play
This
them.
podcast
Are
was
they?
brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Use
Oh,
that
yeah,
code now.
Steel Hunters.
Steel Hunters.
Oh
This
no!
shit
it isn't.
looks so generic. Do not play this.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
The
so
little
good.
test ended
No,
yesterday.
I want all of you need to play it right now.
That was the announcement.
Do you know you can pay for golden ammo, and you know you use the ammo, you pay for it, like a actual
Yeah.
bullet.
I don't care about that. What I care about
Yeah.
is it looking
Dear.
like bullshit. This is The Long Dark.
The Long Dark finally.
I still need to play the Long
haven't-
Dark.
No, so here's the thing that's really confusing to me is this is obviously The Long Dark 2. But
Mhm.
is The Long Dark 1 story mode even fucking finished yet?
I only played 2 episodes and then I stopped playing because that's the nature of
No.
episode gaming. I don't know if they released more episodes because that's the nature of episode gaming.
I came meaning to play it because people kept recommending it after I played Subnautica.
It is- It is incredible. It's one of the best games ever.
Damn. Was that highway
honestly,
game
the
any
episode-
good?
The highway game?
It's not out. It's
Northern
the last
Highway,
episode
Lost
of
Highway?
fucking the last episode of The Long Dark came out or isn't out yet, and the 4th episode came out in 2021. What the fuck are they waiting for?
Okay.
Well, obviously they're making another game.
I honestly don't
Frost.
think the French the sort of the gameplay loop lends
The
itself
Long Dark
that
2.
well
It
to
is the
storytelling.
Long Dark 2. Is this episode 5?
No, I think it's bananas that
Oh
they
my
announced
God.
that before fucking finishing The Long Dark.
Look
That's
at the
wild.
I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't realize there's such a gap in the seating in this thing. There's like not a lot of people
Ew.
are ew.
Borderlands
Oh,
4.
Yes, I love the
Is it
humor
even-
in
is it even
Borderlands.
worth
It's so
watching
good,
a
so well
trailer
written.
for Borderlands anymore?
So the thing about this that's really funny is that the only thing I heard about this game is that immediately after this trailer launched, they put out a press release saying there wasn't going to be as much toilet humor in it.
Oh, that's weird.
What does that
That's
mean?
bad.
It means that the
Wow.
thing that everyone hates about Borderlands, which is the juvenile poop jokes, is there's not going to be as many of them.
Oh, I thought you meant they had to
Instead,
like
we-
walk back how much toilet humor was in the trailer.
No, they were like, don't worry, everyone. The jokes that you all hate aren't going to be in this one.
Wow.
If they
Instead
hate the
it's
jokes,
replaced
how
with the
do
most
they keep
generic story.
playing the games?
I
But
don't
how
know.
will they write?
People
that?
why
already
is-
sat,
why is
people
Bord-
sat through 4 games of jokes they hate, to hoping one
Yeah.
day the jokes would go away.
I guess so. Borderlands, like the pre-sequel or whatever, is like one of the most played games on Steam. One of the Borderlands, even to this day, is still like one of the most played games on Steam.
Weird.
I'm
Yeah,
so
they're
glad
just easy
I don't.
to
I-
tune out the story. Really, you just play for the loot and that's it.
I liked Borderlands
so-
when Telltale wrote it. Is my vibe.
I
It was a
enjoy-
Borderlands game.
Yeah, but I'm just saying Tales from the Borderlands. I was like, this is tolerable. And every time I,
I-
played a
It's a
real
story
Borderlands game,
focus.
it's been just deeply frustrating to sit through.
I
You don't like
remember
looter
liking.
shooters.
I remember liking
Yeah,
the
but
first
I also-
Borderlands when
the-
it came
the
out,
writing
and
pisses
then
me
when
off.
Borderlands 2 came out, I was like, I just don't like this. It's
Same.
different, and I hate it. And
It's
then I
almost like
stopped
they
playing.
brought on a first-time writer that just was known for doing 90-second skits and had them make an entire video game story.
That honestly wasn't even the reason why I didn't like Borderlands 2. I just didn't like the way it played. I thought it was too different from Borderlands 1. I didn't like the changes to all the
Yeah.
classes.
I hate
I don't
the
think I've
gameplay in
ever
all of them.
beaten. I never beaten a Borderlands
simple
game. I
games.
can't
I
get
mean,
through.
they pre-
I don't
They
think I can get
present
through
as
like
more
the
than
first.
they actually are.
The gunplay feels like garbage is the problem. And then it's also just like you just sit there and grind for stupid confetti guns and you beat up a pinata guy and he shits a billion
This
colored
sucks.
guns out. You're like, eh.
Role-playing game franchise.
Everyone is rioting about this. This sucks.
What is this?
What is this?
This is Clive in Tekken 8, I think.
Oh.
What?
I was wondering,
It's like
I was
an
wondering
Ninja
why the
Gaiden.
I was wondering why the graphics
Yeah.
looked wrong.
Oh no, it's
Yeah,
Is this Tekken? I thought
That's
Tekken's a fighting game. What is this?
It is. Yes.
Yeah, Tekken's
Is this Final Fantasy?
fighting games are,
Yeah, so
are
there's a
extremely
DLC.
known for their crossovers these days.
Yeah. So it's Clive in Tekken 8. He got added to Tekken 8. Because Noctis was in Tekken 7 from Final Fantasy 15. But Tekken fans are really pissed about this because
I
one,
would be
Clive is
too,
lame.
yeah.
Clive is super lame, and he's yet another sword user with like teleports and shit. And everyone wanted Tifa. Everyone wanted Tifa in Tekken 8, and she didn't show up.
That is kind of cursed that you would put a sword user in Tekken. That feels
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Tifa would make
Like,
more sense.
yeah, put Clive in Soul Calibur, put Tifa in Tekken. Tifa would be fantastic. She would look
Well,
so
you
cool
see-
all the time.
Correct. However, that would require there to be a new Soul Calibur, which there hasn't been in
Right.
like 20 years. So
Oh no, is this
Is this Warframe 2?
Why is Warframe
I don't know
look
what this
like
is.
Battle League?
No, it's a Splitgate, right?
it looks.
There's a Splitgate too.
Oh, Splitgate.
Yeah.
We played Splitgate 1.
I really dislike FPS trailers like this because they make the gunplay look really smooth. Like it's like
Yes.
auto tracking.
They're like terrified
But
you won't
in-
be able to look at it right. So the game always it makes me worried the game's
Yeah.
just like the trailer's just fake.
Yeah,
It is.
It's like there's mouse smoothing on the aim. And what they should do a realistic FPS trailer where it's just someone's perspective whipping around all over the place,
Full of
completely
screen tear.
indecipherable. It's like just
Yeah.
doesn't make any fucking sense.
Splitgate
It's like
was-
watching competitive
Splitgate was
Overwatch
fun
is like
for a bit.
we don't need to look at this. This is not a trailer. This is an ad
That's an accolades, yeah.
for a game that already exists.
An
that
ac-
I
wasn't
feel like
very
if
good.
I was
if you
gonna
start
say
a
like it's
trailer and it
that's
just
trying
shows-
to pretend that this game was well received.
Yeah, like the moment you start a trailer and it shows like the game
Oh,
scores, I know
It
that's a
was
bad
kind of
game.
well received though. And again, because it's not very buggy.
Gundam? Mecha Break. Okay.
Okay, it's like you made an
Oh,
RPG
we didn't
that
even see
doesn't
what it was.
bug. It's these trailers
That
are
wasn't
too short.
a
to
trailer, I don't
find.
think.
Oh, okay.
These are all just ads.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
35%
Star
off of Star
Wars.
Wars. That's what the ad's for. Okay.
Wow. But not anymore. That was
And
for
this
a
is an
holiday sale.
Arcane
Holiday's
music
over.
video.
Mhm.
Ew,
Arcane's really
what?
good. People should watch it.
Why-
It's really
why
fucking
do they-
stellar.
An Arcane music
Eyeball.
video. Okay.
Well, it's they do concerts at these
Oh,
shows.
look at the bird!
So it's a concert for an Arcane song.
Wait,
That's
is this
crazy.
from the
Beyond
creator
Good
of
and
the-
Evil 3. No, it's not. Oh, I know what this is. I'm so excited for this. I'm stoked on this.
Ryuga Gotoku.
Oh.
Is that
That's-
what a
it's the-
blackbird is?
it's
We
the
have a lot
Yakuza
of them here in
people.
Portugal.
That was a really
I'm
dumb
so
tweet. Why did
fucking
someone post
stoked on
that?
this.
What are they doing? Was that a Shenmue
Both of the-
Fighting.
punch?
No. This is Baji
Oh, my
Chuan.
melons.
Tetsuzanko.
Oh my god. That's serious property damage.
That's just normal part for the course.
That's
for the
a
game.
fun-
Fuck, I'm
Nice.
so stoked for this.
Is that the JoJo guy?
Ready?
No.
Question mark.
Oh.
Virtua Fighter 6,
Fighter?
baby. Let's fucking go.
The Yakuza people are making Virtua Fighter?
Yeah, the Yakuza people made Virtua
Huh.
Fighter 5.
Oh.
The
Well, that's why,
graphics
I
look
guess
so
that explains why
interesting.
it's in every Yakuza game.
Yeah.
What was
yeah,
that?
They made Ultimate Showdown. That's just a preview of what it looks like. They announced 2 games at TGA's, I think. I'm stoked for this.
I hope it's
That
good.
looks so good. I'm so excited.
It looked
This is-
incredible. but I was
Yeah,
expecting something.
visually it looks amazing.
Yeah.
This game I'm really excited for.
I need to get caught up on Yakuza. There's so many fucking games.
I haven't seen this trailer yet. I heard about this and it blew my mind. I was so interested.
Okay, so this is like World War II era Japan? Or post?
Pre World War II.
Is it pre?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
it's
in
Industrial
1915.
Revolution. You're right. Yeah. Okay.
It's Meiji era.
Yeah.
Meiji? Yeah.
What a fun! I love this blend of like.
Right
like
after
the
Meiji,
build-
post Meiji, Showa, I think, right?
Yeah.
Not Showa.
Yeah, there's like you can see the like getting
This is
the
a wild
traditions
era to
being waned
recreate.
out.
This is a Yakuza engine, isn't it? Or style?
Yeah.
Oh my god! What?
Yeah.
I just got here. What the
This
fuck? Why am I
resembles
getting beat
it.
up? Damn.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what kind of game it is. And the moment I see the over the shoulder.
Yeah, no, the moment you see the cam, you're like, okay, this is this is the Dragon engine.
I mean, it is by the Yakuza studio. It is the second game they're announcing.
That's crazy.
They make so
Two
many
games at one
fucking
time.
games.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why I can't catch up. They keep making multiple games every year. It's pissing me off.
you can only play their games forever.
They made a whole spin-off for Kiryu just to, I think, set up him being in Yakuza 8. It's like, what the fuck?
I'm so stoked for this. This looks so cool.
Century.
But yeah, it's the Taisho era Yakuza game. Very, very
That's
cool.
wild. That's like their third period piece game.
Hey, it's the guy who
did-
always has to be here.
I know that they've done at least 2 Kiryu's not grandpa. Great something grandpa.
Nope. They're just historical figures in both of them. They're not related to Kiryu.
It's just the fact that they've insisted on making them look like Kiryu and Majima.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dinosaurs.
Ark
Jade
Survival.
Empire 2.
Nope. It's gonna surprise you what this is.
Monster Hunter
Turok?
5000.
Are we getting Turok again?
Andrew is correct. We are
Oh
getting
my
a
God.
Finally.
Turok.
Yeah.
But
Let's
the
go.
monkey pot curls and it's Rage Wars 2.
No. Origins. Wait, Origins. Okay.
Before the dinosaurs,
Oh.
there were other dinosaurs.
No. Why is it third person?
Because they have to sell microtransactions.
I don't want to play Turok again.
They just released remasters.
I don't want that. I want to play a new Turok game in
Super
first person
Helldivers
like it was
2.5.
intended.
No,
Yeah,
it's
they have
probably
cars
a
now.
new battle pass or
I miss
whatever.
Helldivers.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they added they didn't
I
update
thought that
with
was
a new,
Jeff Keighley for a second, and I was gonna laugh.
Across the galaxy, the valiant Helldivers have fought to protect our way of life.
I think this is
Yeah,
just
they-
a season announcement.
It's an announcement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just-
they added a new enemy and they added cars. So there they are.
Is it
Now you get to fight in the city.
Yeah, these guys.
I'll take anything
Yeah.
that gets people to vote for Helldivers again. I like playing it.
Yeah, it's got it's fine. I mean, nothing changed. It just has new enemies and a new map, essentially.
Helldivers is great, but I'm done with it. I think.
There we go.
Oh yeah, because the music.
Now we need to dub it with our own music.
That was
Someone do Intergalactic.
That was Tick Tick
Sabotage
Boom by the Hives. Yeah, that's the. I could tell from the first word. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going. Tick,
Yeah, so
tick,
it's basically
tick 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 boom. That's because it's the game with the bombs. You get it. This was also the trailer song for Lego Rock Band.
Which was a better game than Helldivers.
It had its own music video. You destruct an entire skyscraper by beating Tick Tick Boom in real time. They're like, it's a music video inside the skyscraper while it's blowing up because Lego Rock Band was weirdly fun.
I can't even remember that there was a Lego Rock Band game.
It was a fun amusement for like a week, and then you export all the songs back into Rock Band 3 to play them as the rest of your collection and never use Lego Rock Band again.
That's what I feel about every single Rock Band spinoff. When people are like, remember the Beatles Rock Band? No.
Unfortunately, you could not export the Beatles Rock Band because of a lot of annoying rights reasons. It had to all be kept in the original game, and also they couldn't have they refused to let you have any like
Warframe.
You weren't allowed to have mistakes in Beatles Rock Band, so you couldn't fail songs, and if you missed notes, they just played
so
anyway.
Bad.
Yeah,
that is so
Beatles
bad.
Rock Band, it had cool music videos, but it was really compromised compared to all the other ones being like functioning like level packs. Because it's fun to like play Green Day Rock Band, watch all the Billy Joe.
There was a Green Day Rock Band?
Yes,
there was.
What the fuck?
There wasn't even that many Rock Band spinoffs. It was just
there was
Beatles,
an Aerosmith
Green Day, and
one.
Lego.
Oh no, that was Guitar
Aerosmith,
Hero.
Guitar
There's
Hero.
an Aerosmith Guitar
was the
Hero.
first
Yeah.
single band spin-offy thingy.
Because
That's
of
brought to
Tommy
us by
Tallarico.
Tommy Tallarico.
Exactly. who played the drums and the bass guitar.
Because he's the cousin of Aerosmith man, John Aerosmith.
and was
I'm
in the
sure.
next room while the talks were being held. So, you know.
I'm sure.
Watch Dogs 4? No.
I don't want to watch
No, it's Warframe. This is
I saw
Warframe.
one
Yeah,
frame of
we
a
don't
hat.
need to look at this.
What is it?
Yeah, if it's not Warframe,
Warframe
what is
DLC.
it?
It's just
Oh,
a Warframe
oh.
season.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it did look like Dark Sector.
Hey, they've got
Yeah,
they got little
Warframe
TVs on their heads.
Maybe it'll be the connecting point between Dark Sector and Warframe. A thing that everyone remembers about Warframe is that it's a sequel to Dark Sector. Everyone remembers Dark Sector. Remember the Glaive? I remember the Glaive. I looked forward to using the
I don't
Glaive
like-
for like 5 years. It was on magazine covers. He had a Glaive.
What is
Pokemon?
What? You fight a big furry man. Got it.
Yeah, it's Pal World 2.
Is it Pal
This is
World?
Pal World. This is Pal World.
Oh, okay.
I did
I knew
wonder.
I didn't recognize the things.
They looked like they're in 2 different art styles.
Isn't
well,
this considered animal abuse? You're just beating the shit out of an animal. What the fuck?
They're sentient.
That's even worse.
Pals can consent.
I was gonna say they passed the test, the Karkness test.
I don't even know what that is. I don't want to know what that is. That's fine.
Basalt columns because it's because fuck it.
Wait, what is
Is
this
this
just like a DLC for Pal World?
Yeah, it's
Is
just
any
the
of
next
this
season of
gameplay
Pal
not
World.
going to be shooting animals in the face that
Okay.
don't do anything back? Because
How?
it doesn't even look
How did
fun
anyone
when
get-
they sell it to us.
No,
Oh,
this
they
looks
made
like
it
a tech demo.
Japanese. Now I'll play it. Okay, that's better. Finally.
That doesn't look any fun.
Faybreak? Oh, okay.
The trailer forgot to have
Is Pal-
gameplay. It was just like a shooting
people still
gallery
playing
where
Pal
you
World?
for people that like to shoot
that
cute
still-
animals in the face.
yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing for games that have like weird viral moments. Do people just move on, or do they get stuck forever?
I mean,
This is the new Sekiro.
for most launches, 99% of people
I
move on.
wish.
So that's just a
I
question
wish
of
I
whether or,
was new.
not, whether or not the persisting population is like enough to keep make a living off of.
Pal World's like number 44 on most, or like player count. So I guess that's probably
Yeah.
a lot of people.
There are already
fine.
multiple Pal World clones.
Yeah, it's called Pokemon.
Well, no.
What if this was
because
Resident
Obviously
Evil?
not. Oh, it's Onimusha. That's the Onimusha thing. You suck in all the
Yep.
souls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Onimusha
God, that's
is
been a while.
Well, Onimusha 1 is
Been a
neat.
hot
I've always
minute.
been. I looked at gameplay of the second one and immediately was like, I don't know if I ever want to play this one. The franchise
the
looked like
last
it
Onimusha?
diverged quickly in gameplay style from the first game in a way that it didn't appeal to me.
Oh, there's one on the PS4. That's not too bad then.
What kind of gameplay is this though? It looks like cutscenes. Is it just cutscenes?
It is a
actually-
cutscene.
It's
yeah.
it's RE engine, so it's the Resident Evil 4 remake, but for Onimusha. That's what it is.
Oh, I see.
Because Onimusha is a survival horror game.
Yeah. Yeah, Onimusha was a fixed camera angle melee survival horror game basically.
I'm getting less
It was like Resident Evil with a samurai.
So I wasn't very far off when I said, "Can you imagine this being Resident Evil?" It is.
Yeah,
so
no,
it's
it
literally Capcom,
literally-
and you were currently looking
yeah.
at Resident Evil Engine gameplay.
Yeah. I was very-
Onimusha is to Resident Evil as Dino Crisis is to Resident Evil with dinosaurs. Like it's just
Yeah, that's
Onimusha
cool.
is Resident Evil with yokai.
And
Put some
this
clothes on, man.
is-
You're in the middle of a blizzard.
He's also bleeding. This
This
must be incredibly annoying.
Diablo 4
Is this-
Barbarian.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this a Diablo expansion? But I recognize none of these characters.
Is that a town portal?
No.
Oh no.
They did away with town portals. Now it's all you can pay to have a different one.
Oh, it's a stand.
Oh,
Oh, that's a mean stand.
that's not what I thought was going to happen. That guy just never
He's very
turned
upset
around.
about the architectural challenges.
Still not convinced it's
Oh,
not Diablo.
Yeah, it still looks like Diablo.
It's very generic. It could be anything, like Torchlight, or it could be literally anything.
Torchlight.
Yeah, like
Haven't thought of that for a
Diablo
while.
like.
Half naked
No,
man
it's over.
fighting demons? Could be
Did that
anything.
game ever come out where you have a dog and it's in the snow and they play the fucking Pixies song?
I don't
What the
know.
fuck are you
I don't even know
talking
what you're
There's
about?
like
talking about. I
portals
don't know
and
what you're
tentacle
talking
monsters
about.
and stuff.
Sure.
What?
Hi. Husband? Oh, so tall.
He's purring.
Wow, he's really clumsy though.
Such thighs.
Damn, he flew 12 rooms deep.
You just got to pull a Gandalf, break the bridge.
Yeah.
This is
This is,
just
like,
how, this is exactly how the
I don't
game
know
will
what's-
play. It'll be just like this.
Yeah.
It'll be there's just as thrilling as this. Oh, he's dying again, so he's gonna come back to life again. Which means it's two world. It's two, not two world.
Or you just-
Two. Fuck. What's it called?
Oh yeah, there was a Two Worlds game.
Well, I was thinking of two worlds. I was thinking of the Valhalla game
Oh,
from 360, where you attack with your joystick.
there you go. There's the title.
Berserker Kazan. I am actually
Kazan.
kind of shocked it wasn't that it wasn't fucking
Because it's
Diablo.
original. It's anything but
Is that
original.
a-
It just looks like. Yeah.
Ah,
Genshin
Genshin
Impact?
Impact. No, it's a new one. They have a new game coming out.
Oh, I don't
Genshin
want to either.
Impact 2. Blah 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 blah.
Yee!
Don't trust that song.
No.
Yeah, I
that's
mean, we
not-
don't have to watch this. No one's gonna play this gotcha shit. Like, this is absolute
Well,
garbage.
a lot of people.
So
are gonna
many
play it.
people will play this gotcha shit.
Well, none of us
time-
are. None of us are gonna
Every
play
time
this garbage.
I ever open Discord, my friends list is exclusively playing games by this company.
Yes, Keith, gambling has become a real problem in
They're always
modern
playing
society.
Genshin
The-
and Hokai and
How
You could
sad,
just
man. This looks so bad.
I like
This
the
is like
presentation
looks
of
pretty-
Zzz,
looks
but
pretty.
immediately was like, you didn't give me the furry husband. I'm not going to play as these girls. I don't want to.
I hate this like art style. I hate the animation. It's just nasty. This all looks so.
It is very.
garbage.
Yeah, it feels very corner cruddy, honestly.
It looks good when it's not gameplay.
Yeah, I mean,
Er-
well,
like,
yeah,
That is not the right thing to say about a video game.
I'm just saying that's not the style that's necessarily wrong. It's the part where you implement it as a game. Because like, seeing them,
I guess.
seeing them all on the airship and jumping off, I'm like, that's nice looking. Look at this art style. But then the gameplay comes in, and you're like, it looks really stiff and awkward. Because the
I
gameplay
think it
never
just-
looks like that.
I think it just looks like Breath of the Wild always.
no, it doesn't. Look at that
confusing.
hair.
Yeah.
Genshin
It's so
Impact?
different.
No, I'm saying in
Oh,
the
I see,
gameplay,
I
the
see.
world
Yeah, in the
is just
gameplay.
Breath of the Wild. Like that's what the
Yeah.
game
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
In like
But
the
the
Power
characters
World
are-
sort of way, where it's like something's wrong. Something's wrong.
I don't even
everywhere.
No,
I don't even mean
no,
the
no, no,
aesthetics.
no,
I
no.
just mean like the way the levels are laid out, the
Yes,
way
no,
you
it is,
move
'cause
around the world.
It just is
like,
that.
oh, it's a dungeon
It's a
and
dungeon
fighter game.
Dungeon and Fighter?
Yeah,
not-
it's a
I played like the side-scrolly one.
Unmute.
Before.
yeah DNF duel.
Wow, I've never seen this painting. in a game
Jupiter.
yet.
Why would you?
Endowed, huh?
Endowed.
How do you know this guy's well endowed?
It said
Ring.
endowed in the subtitles.
Oh. I don't know what that means.
Just
Is that a
some
game?
random dude. And
What
you
is
This looks
endowed?
incredibly generic. I'm over it already.
just some random.
This looks
dude
like an
with-
Xbox 360 game. You know what I mean?
Those
Yeah, I
punches
know.
were not sold at all.
Do you see who's
All
the
right.
real beast here?
Shut up. Show me gameplay.
I feel
Oh,
like you
first
wanna
person.
restrain
Oh,
somebody
right.
better than that.
Screen-based
Ooh.
reflection.
Stabbing them in
Let's
the
go.
Okay. And you can run people over. I love running people over.
Oh, it's Dead
Okay,
Island.
this looks like a Far Cry 2 style game.
It's Dead Island. Or
Dead
Dying
Dead
Light.
Island. Don't
Dying Light.
don't,
Sorry.
don't say that.
They're basically the
Oh,
same
Dying Light.
franchise.
Don't say Dying Light either. I don't want to play any of those.
It is
games.
Dying Light.
Yeah,
it's
it's
the new
Dying
Dying
Light.
Light.
You can tell 'cause of the
Oh,
parkour.
alright, well.
You can, yeah, and you can
you can-
forgive
you can-
the generic.
You can tell it's a
of
Dying
everything.
Light too, because he jumped from one building to another building.
Yeah, you're right.
Actually, they're on 3 now, aren't they?
Oh wait, but they have guns now.
God, That sucks.
They have
man. I
guns
wish
now,
it
so
would-
they
What
they
confused
are
the sh-
making an actual Dying Light instead of
You
whatever
you-
Dying Light 2 was.
You always had guns, didn't you? Or did they take them out in 2?
No, Dying Light 2 is only melee, I think. Or is it the
Oh.
other way around? They took out one of
What?
the styles of combat. Yeah, definitely.
You have impeccable memory.
Well, because I
Yeah, I
didn't
don't
play
know.
it. until-
Dying Light 2 had guns
For
in
me,
it.
the most quizzical thing about all this is that, as far as I can remember, Dying Light and Dead Island are published by the same company, and so like Dead
not
Island
made.
happened first.
Yeah.
So Dead Island came out, and then like ages later, Dying Light came out while people were waiting for Dead Island 2 to ever come out, and it seemed like it was canceled. And it just hit a point where you're like, okay, well, there's multiple Dying
They're
Light games
developed by
out.
the same team. They're published by different people.
They are?
Oh, they're
Wait,
just-
I thought-
that's even
I thought it was
stranger.
I thought it was the other way around.
No,
They're
they're
extremely
both
similar
developed by
games.
Techland.
It was frustrating because like when once Dying Light was out, you're like, well, there's no reason for Dead Island to happen. This is clearly better.
But
right?
the thing
And then-
is,
and then
so
more
Techland
Dead Island
only-
happened.
Techland only did Dying Light 1, I think. I don't know about Dying Light 2.
So did it get taken over by somebody
Well,
else?
Wikipedia has all the.
Oh no, it's also by Techland. Interesting. It's just not listed on their Wikipedia for some reason.
There's another of the Hunt, but it has Muppets in it for some reason. Squid Game with guns.
The Squid Game game. Yeah.
Probably.
Squid Game.
And this
nope.
new Pathologic game?
I remember that song.
I'm sure it's very controversial to say
this
that
isn't
Squid Game
gameplay.
isn't that interesting.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
this is live action.
No, all of
This
the
is
games
really
in Squid Game are
dumb.
extremely bad. That's
Is
the
that
thing.
Snoop
Why
Dogg?
is Snoop Dogg here?
Like the first thing that stood out to me about the idea of doing like a Mr. Beast is gonna recreate Squid Game. I'm like, but none of the games are good competitively. It doesn't work as a
Oh, we're
game.
not gonna
It
see
doesn't-
who
it doesn't
won
work as a
the-
game show.
We're not going to see who won the things.
Who
That
won
doesn't
what
really matter,
things?
does it?
We've skipped every award. We're 2.5 hours into the show, and Colonel.
Astrobot won Game of the Year. That's the big one. There you go. You're welcome.
Okay. As opposed to what? Wukong? The competition is.
Wukong, Shadow of the Erd Tree,
Oh, got Shadow of the Church.
7 other video games.
You got way too angry playing that.
That game turned you into a psychopath.
What?
You threw a right tantrum.
No, it didn't.
You said if I tried to pass you one more onion, you'd.
I told you 1,000 times we didn't need any more onions. Okay, yeah, things did get a little heated.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. What
We
did I
need more
miss?
onions.
Shh, it started.
Hey, you're blocking the screen. Rude.
What is going on back there?
Hello. Gremlins reference.
This looks pretty good. This looks wicked.
Oh my.
Oh, it's a 2-player.
Oh, what? This is an interesting conceit.
Yeah, I love trailers that don't show the game.
No, it's cool because they are doing the reaction that we normally do, but now it's in the trailer itself.
Wow.
People just walking across the stage like
Yeah.
they're leaving the theater is very funny to me.
Hi, Jeff Keighley. What is this? Why is this being?
It's just an
filmed this way?
ad. They're trying to do a fun live action thing.
Oh, they're making.
Oh, yeah,
See,
'cause
they're
they have-
happening in real life.
Got it.
It's just dumb, just a waste of time. Where's the gameplay?
That's a cool
Where-
effect that they have. It's in the screen.
Is it really?
like
it's
it's
just like
yeah.
isn't it just
Looks
like
like
a
it's in
Pepper's
the
Ghost kind of
stage.
thing? Oh no,
that
that's
was a
like
really
literally
cool
a
effect.
video.
They really pulled it
Never
off.
mind.
That was great.
They're
I
gonna
bet
get-
it looked
so it's
great
like-
in person.
They're gonna get sued by the
I'm
creators
sure.
of Silent Hill 2.
I thought it looked great.
Oh my
too.
god. So it's a different game, but
Wasn't
two
that a
people
thing
playing
that
at
like
the same
Bloober
time.
tried to copyright? Basically, that premise. They tried to like copyright that mechanic.
I don't know if they copyrighted the
trademark
premise. I
or
think
whatever.
they copyrighted the like engine technology they used to render two simultaneous environments at the same time.
Is this a Game of Thrones game?
There is a Game of Thrones game. Yeah.
Probably have to
I-
mute
Yeah,
this
this is
on.
it. Yeah.
Yep. No.
I
What
saw
the
that still before. That
okay.
was
I was like,
yeah.
I thought you genuinely called it based on Guy and Snow, and then the theme played the second you stopped talking.
yeah, that was funny. No, but I saw the still. That's actually I think I saw a reaction. There's a Glidus has a
Hi,
video. about it.
Varys. How you doing? Oh, you
Look
know
at all these
Varys.
iconic characters.
If you don't know Glidus, the YouTube channel, go and follow him because it's incredible. And if you're a fan of Game of Thrones, or A Song of Ice and Fire, actually.
What?
Yeah. Glimbus. Glidus.
That's
I
okay.
tried playing the
I
other
don't-
Game of
I'm
Thrones
not
games
a-
like a decade
No.
ago, and I genuinely couldn't figure out how to proceed at some point, like early on, and just
The
closed
other
I
it.
don't know
games?
anything about Game of Thrones.
Yeah, there's a Game of
It's
Thrones
all-
RPG that's like a decade old.
There's
I feel
like,
like Game of
12 or
Thrones-
15 games of
Game of
from
Thrones would
this.
probably
from this.
succeed
It's
with
just-
the Nemesis system. It does seem like a game that would. do
Yeah,
well
a
with it.
Monolith Game of Thrones game feels like or what is it? Monolith?
Honestly,
Are
that
they the
does,
people
yeah,
who
yeah.
did that? It just whatever the
Maybe
Warner
it's the
Bros.
White
company
it is
that did
Monolith.
it could be cool.
Yeah,
Shadow of Mordor, yeah.
it does seem like a game that could fit into that really easily.
The best,
What
the
are
best
these- what
game is
this
still
fucking.
the mods for CK3 or CK2 rather.
That was a very silly looking. Like you pan out and it's just the same animation over and over again, but with more people. It's like
Yeah.
okay.
these are cash grabs. All of these are just
Well,
cash grabs.
Sure, I'm just saying it's very funny to see like, okay, wow, there's an army, but then as it zooms out, it's just the same army again and
It's
again and
Double
again. You're like, okay, you
Dragons.
could have just kept it. Ooh, how is
This
it,
is Double Dragon,
though?
I think.
What
I
is
wasn't,
Double
I wasn't
Dragon?
joking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I named a
what
soccer
is it
team after
like?
this game. I know what Double Dragons is.
This
I don't know
this,
what Double Dragon is.
this game has been like announced like 6 times.
It looks like it's for
Yeah, but what-
PS2.
I'm fine with that.
I mean, if it's on purpose, it's on purpose. But
Double Dragon.
It's more
Revive.
like it's actually like I think a beat 'em up, like a side-scrolling beat 'em up. So you're gonna see the characters an inch and a half tall, basically. I don't know.
Oh,
I could
that's
see if a Double Dragon game was like Sifu, I would play it more.
When is Deep Down ever
Okay,
coming
there we
out,
go.
or whatever it's called?
That
The
game was
Steam page-
canceled 700 years
I
ago.
know.
The Steam page actually has all the like the
I want
visuals
this.
of
I
it.
want
Why
the
did that
Capcom
trailer not
Souls
have
like
anything?
to come out. I'm annoyed.
Oh, okay. No, this is just
You-
it's just Double Dragon
Don't.
but 3D. Boo. Okay.
A Hunger.
They made that.
Is
and
this
it's
another?
called Dragon's Dogma.
Dragon's Dogma 2 is so bad.
Was it worse than the first game? The
An
first
anime
Yes.
boy.
Wow.
Dragon's Dogma 2 is much worse than the first game.
What is this?
Cutting to just
Look at
some
this
guy
shit.
is extremely funny.
This looks like what are those called? Like a Korean webtoon, but a video game.
Oh,
That's what this looks like. You know what I mean?
This does.
It has
It does.
It has that vibe.
Oh my god, this looks so ugly. I love it.
I like the design of the
Nice.
monsters.
The eyes.
I can't understand the cinematography, but I like the design of the monsters.
Oh my god. Oh, he's got more guys. Wow.
Okay, I don't like those as much. But the little bug one.
Solo
It
leveling?
is a Korean. It is a Korean webtoon. I fucking knew it.
That's
I fucking knew it.
crazy.
I don't wait.
That's
like it's a
That's a
like-
bad name. That's a bad title for a game.
like it's
It's
a
a video
game.
That's
game.
brutal.
It's a game based on a
Yeah.
cartoon.
A webtoon, yes, but I mean
Yep.
it has an
Yeah,
anime.
yeah.
It has an anime as
Yeah.
well, but it's it's a
That's
Korean
funny.
webcomic.
That's
Polygon Pictures. Is this a game or is it a show?
Shadowrun, Shadowrun, Shadowrun.
It's not Shadowrun.
No, it's not Shadowrun.
bro. Why is your window
Oh,
so
wait.
like? Ugh.
Dude, it looks
Ghost
good
in the
though.
Shell?
I don't think
Ghost in the
so.
Shell. Oh, no, it's racing. It's an actual racer. Yeah.
Oh, Need for Speed is back. Okay.
No
Need
way.
for Speed anime. Let's go.
If Polygon Pictures is doing the story mode for a Need for Speed game, I would buy that. Just
I
to
would.
see.
Yeah. No, I mean,
This looks great. I mean, visually
it
speaking.
does
I
look
mean,
awesome.
It's a cool style.
But what kind of racer is it?
That answers it.
Brought to you
No.
by the studio that
Oh,
made
I mean-
Blam and
Screamer.
I mean, the
Screamer. I'm
it's
not gonna remember
interesting.
that.
It's
Screamer.
interesting to see Polygon doing fucking video game cutscenes. That's neat. Oh yeah, the new Naughty Dog.
Oh, is it a remake? Yeah.
So
of
no,
course,
they're
okay.
they're releasing Last of Us Part 2 on PC exactly like I fucking said, exactly when I said they would.
you are such a
Is Naughty
bad
Dog?
friend
Does Naughty
not
Dog
telling
make
me.
games anymore? What's their like? What do they do now?
They literally announced a game at this show.
They did.
That's
yeah, I've heard of
crazy.
it.
They've been doing a Skyrim for like the past 5 years. So
They
since-
haven't though. They've been working
Video-
on this
video
game since
games
The
take a
Last of
long
Us 2
time
came
to
out
make.
like 3 years ago. What are you talking about?
Wasn't it in
It's
2019?
a recent game.
No,
5
not
years ago?
2019. I think it was 2020.
So
It wasn't.
Okay.
It's June 2020. June 2020 is when Last of
Right, 'cause
Us
it
2
was
came out.
pandemic.
so yeah. So for 5 years I've been doing a.
Four roughly.
Okay.
Is there not a newer Uncharted than that?
Ellie and Abby fighting is the
I thought
subtitle of the game.
Uncharted 4 was more recent than Last of Us 2 or something. I don't know.
No.
I never played it because I couldn't bring myself to care about Uncharted anymore.
Oh, that's a cool effect.
The last Uncharted that came out was in 2017.
God damn.
That 3D effect that they have on the stage is awesome.
Let me double check that. Yeah, 2017 was the last Uncharted.
So then
Yeah, they
since
sort of stopped making.
okay, gotcha.
Is Perfect Dark finally coming out? Remember Perfect
Never.
Dark? Any day now.
Yeah, I've seen 2 trailers for Perfect Dark, and neither.
So
of them
this
have
is
made a
BioShock
game,
with
So that's
Cyberpunk.
cool.
Industrial espionage, sabotage, assassinations.
This looks like
Line of work.
I don't know.
an
what it is.
Ubisoft game. Rainbow
does look
Six,
like an Ubisoft
Cyberpunk.
game. Oh, that would be not nice. I would not like that.
Yeah, this doesn't like the premise that they were saying an
Oh.
unregulated thing in the middle of the Pacific, and like, okay, that sounds like the setup for BioShock and
Okay.
things like that.
So it's a 4-player.
But it isn't.
Is it like
just a-
Payday Cyberpunk? Is that what I'm looking at here?
Payday 2099.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Den of Wolves.
Oh, it's this game.
You've heard of it?
Yeah. The title Den of Wolves like leaked a while ago,
That is a good title.
and people were like, what the fuck is this? No,
Early
I mean, I don't know if it was leaked or if it was just a thing. It is by Payday. It's by the Payday people.
Oh my god.
I think it might
Bro.
be Payday. Yeah, it's Payday.
It's an early access 2020. Like them not in
It is.
They don't
it
know.
Literally,
them not
it
giving
literally
you
is.
so funny.
Cool. So it's Payday
It's by the
Cyberpunk.
people who
Alright.
did. It's by the people who did
Jesus.
GTFO. Okay, I see.
Alright.
I like Den of
Yeah, the
Wolves as a
creator of
title, and there's some
Payday.
fun stuff going on, but I don't think I like the Payday formula type stuff.
No
Yeah, I
one
don't really
seems
care.
to.
I don't feel
This is
strongly
the
about
new-
it.
They
This is,
it's
Ben
never
Bigger.
paid
This
off
is
to give me
EZZ.
an interesting mission. Ever.
Oh, I thought it was the new Stray game.
Where is he?
No,
Where is he?
This is ZZZ. He's not here on the
Oh,
screen.
you just recognize this street.
Yeah, I recognize the characters.
I was like, I don't see Ben Bigger here. Oh, Hoyoverse.
Yeah,
Hoyoverse.
Yeah. It's a game that already exists.
This game
Even worse.
This game tries to. It goes heavy on game feel and style and shit, but you don't have to try at all.
I like the
excuse
combat
me.
in it. I think it's fun, but
Is there
not enough
a
to play
Hoyoverse
it.
game? Is there a Hoyoverse game you have to try in? Is that even
I'm
a
just
thing?
saying that at least
High-level
from what I've played so
Genshin-
far, the gameplay really makes you think you're trying really hard, but in reality, you're kind of just like the parry window is incredibly wide, and you just have like a series of super attacks that keep like coming back on a loop from the resource system that they explain, but you don't really have to pay attention to because it'll work out.
The thing is that like you say that and it's true, but like at high level, ZZZ and Genshin do get like really hard, but they become hard in the way of like
Yeah.
there's enemies have so much health and you have to work so hard to
I was
deal
gonna
damage
say,
to them.
is it
and stuff
is it
like
just
that,
bullet
like-
sponge or like a bullet sponge shit where it's like
Yeah,
these
but
health
it's
bars
it's
are
just
big.
It's a matter of like playing correctly and using the right like there's like damage thresholds, so you have to like target weaknesses in order to actually damage people and stuff. Like that's not really a defense of Hoyoverse games. It is just a statement so that people don't get pissed in the comments. Like
Yeah.
I hope they do.
High level Genshin and Hoyo stuff is actually hard, but it's hard.
They lost
Because
me as
it's
an audience
complex,
member
they
the
won't-
moment I unlocked the gacha, and they didn't give me Von Lycion. So I was like, okay, well,
This is like
I'm not going to keep
Von
playing as these
Lycion-
other characters to unlock the one character. Like that's the problem with doing
People-
furry bait in the game is that you're like, well, if it's only one guy in the 30 characters and you have to unlock him at random, then I'm like, well, I'm not going to put up with that.
People can come at me for this opinion. Von Lycion has a really lame design, and he's the ugliest character in Zenless Zone Zero, and Ben Bigger is 1,000 times better. And I think
But
that
Ben Bigger's almost worse because you have to beat several story chapters to get to him because he's in a fixed part of the story. So it's like,
Correct,
motherfucker,
correct.
I don't want to play as
better
I don't want
he's
to
a
play
better
as these
design.
characters. I want to play as them.
it has the solution is just not to
it has a character
engage.
swap mechanic, so I want to unlock both of them so I can switch between them specifically and no other character.
They have no synergy, though, I think.
Oh,
Fuck it.
well,
I'll
seriously?
develop my own playstyle.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Von Lycion has robot legs, 27 million belts, an eye patch, and anime hair, and a butler vest. Pick one fucking aesthetic. This character is the
I think his face
ugliest
thing is
character.
stupid. It looks like he's wearing underwear on his face.
Yeah, Von Lycion is a hideous character.
Is this another
I hate the way he
Hoyoverse
looks.
game?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, this is a yeah.
Oh damn, remix.
I mean, this is Zenless. This was Zenless Zone Zero, but I think it's just a Hoyoverse in general trailer. Because those are Genshin characters.
Ah.
But the character in first person right now is the main character of Zenless Zone Zero.
This shit is so bad. I'm
he
not
swipes
taking it. I'm not
the
tolerating
real
this. This is
world.
ugly. This
I-
art style's ugly. Everything about the games that
I
they
don't
make
like
are
it either,
fucking
yeah.
hideous. I don't want anything to do with this place.
I think you guys are crazy,
Hoyoverse-
but I think the
I
Hoyoverse art
think
style
the art
is
good.
beautiful.
I think the art's fine.
I
I'm
don't
not
like it.
agreeing with. I keep
I don't like
disagreeing
how
with
they do
this.
I don't like the anime character designs, but if you give me characters that don't look like anime waifus in this art style, it always looks good.
Yeah.
Like Ben
Sure.
Bigger
The
looks fucking
settings,
awesome.
the settings
shallow.
look beautiful and stuff. The renders.
The faces are so shallow and lack detail. It's like
You're just
they-
describing anime. You're just describing
Honkai
anime.
Star Rail. That's the other one.
Yeah.
I literally only know Honkai from my Discord
just-
friends being listed
just
as
doesn't-
as playing it all the time.
there's anime
Like,
that
even
has
ju-
shading in faces. That's all I'm saying.
I honestly-
Sure.
I struggle to process
Sure.
the idea that that even is a different game than the other one.
Wow, another game that looks
Farm
really
Simulator
good. And I can't wait to play
2026.
it.
Let's go.
No, it's Lego Fortnite.
Yeah, it's like a Fortnite.
The funniest thing about Lego Fortnite was just the fact that it gave all of the furries in Fortnite canonical ethnicities by accident.
Canonical
How is
what?
it canonical if it's by accident?
Well, because all of the they had like Lego versions of everybody, but they didn't make Lego furry versions at first. They just made them all people. So it's like, oh damn, I always knew Wendell was Filipino and stuff like that. Like everyone was reacting to the human versions, the Lego human versions of all the furries until they made furry versions of them eventually. So they had to like make separate
I see
heads
what
for
you mean.
them in the Lego system, whereas
I
everybody else
just-
was just like generic Lego heads and with faces drawn on them.
Wait,
This
this
just looks
is
like
a,
a game
new
for-
mode?
Yeah, it's
No,
not
yeah,
even new. It's
separate-
been in Fortnite
Yeah.
for like a year.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. But it's not like
it's
the
also-
normal
It's
Fortnite.
There's a separate.
Fortnite's
It's a
giant
separate
weird
download
platform
too.
now. It's
Is
like
it a separate download? I thought it was just a toggle.
Yeah.
It's like how
I don't
Fortnite
think
has
so. I
Rock
think it's-
Band in it
I-
now, and it's just literally Rock Band.
Let me double check. I want to say it's actually a separate thing you have to download.
I wish you could play Fortnite Rock Band with
I don't
with
think
a
it is
guitar
because I think you
controller.
can just do a thing.
L-
Yeah,
not
as
like a
far as I
wall.
understand, it's not a separate download. Lego Odyssey, the Fortnite Odyssey thing that they just showed is a new game, but Lego
Oh,
Fortnite
okay.
is not.
I had
That's
this
what I
game.
meant. Yeah, the
didn't
Fortnite
play
thing, or the Fortnite Odyssey, I think is like a separate toggle.
This is
They gave it
VR
away for free
Batman?
for any
Oh, yeah.
purchase. Yeah.
This is Batman.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
there's a
The-
VR Batman.
Oh,
For a while, if you
oh,
bought
VR.
the Quest 3, you would get
Yeah,
this.
that wasn't. The
Well, this
cutscene,
is a
that was
new one. This
gameplay.
one is
Yeah.
this one even out yet?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
included
it opened
with
with a
Quest
splash
3
of
into it.
reviews.
Oh, yeah, it
so
is.
yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
included.
Because I knew there was an old VR. Oh, there was a new VR
What?
or an old VR Batman game, but
Was that the smallest Sega trailer? You can use the arrow keys.
no,
Well,
I don't.
No,
it- I think
yeah.
it was a little
it's-
thing. Yeah.
That was
I
an
think it-
ad.
It's just very.
Oh, they added
it's
Shadow to
very
Sonic
small.
Racings. Let's go.
Was Shadow
I
not
saw
already?
Sonic-
Was Shadow
No,
not already in Sonic
it's
Racing?
a new Sonic racing game. It's just a new Sonic racing game.
I was gonna say,
saw Sonic
I'm pretty
3.
sure that Shadow was always there.
I saw Sonic 3 yesterday. It was good. It was the best of the Sonic movies.
Whoa.
So there you go.
Great. I'm glad to hear it.
My only memory of I still haven't seen them, so my only memory of them was we were driving to San Francisco and Toaster was explaining Sonic movies to me, and I was like, everything you're saying is the plot of Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
Did they get
Just every
rid
step
of,
of the
did they
way?
get rid of that guy?
I'm like, that's just Reddit's. That's
no,
Reddit's.
I mean,
I've seen
he's
this.
in it. If you're just talking about James Marsden, they're in it. They're not in it as much because it takes the plot.
How much runtime? How much like runtime does the humans get in this fucking show, in this movie?
I mean, if not counting Robotnik, probably.
No, not Robotnik. I'm talking about non-Sonic characters, right? Characters that have nothing to fucking do with this goddamn.
The original
franchise.
characters, probably about cumulatively like maybe 5 minutes.
That's it? 5 minutes? That's literally like nothing.
If you were,
they could have just cut them.
No, if you were to actually take the scenes from the earlier movies and cut out the humans outside of Sonic 1, there would be less scenes with the humans than you realize. But Sonic 3 is like
really? I thought Sonic 2 had an entire like subplot with those people, didn't it?
It does, but I'm saying when you think about movie runtime, like they're 95% of that movie is just CG scenes of people jumping around. It's just the human scenes seem longer than they are because they have actual people talking in them. But in Sonic 3, it's like the least. There's like probably the least amount of the humans out of all of the movies so far, which makes sense because it's literally just about Sonic chasing Robotnik and Shadow. But yeah, it was okay. It was a pretty good movie. You know,
Marsden. Is that what you
James
said?
Marsden. James Marsden, Cyclops from the X-Men movies. He's in the Sonic films.
I thought the human in those movies was the guy that keeps guesting on Game Grumps.
What?
No.
You're talking about Ben Schwartz? No, that's the guy who voices Sonic.
Yeah,
that's Sonic's voice.
Yeah, that's Sonic's voice actor.
I thought he was the human. I forgot.
No, James Marsden is the human.
I still haven't
he plays
seen
Sonic's
these movies.
dad.
I still primarily think of the ugly Sonic trailer in my brain.
Huh?
Well,
that's still the same voice actor. That
the
voice
thing that I will.
No, I'm saying like my mental image of the Sonic movies is still the ugly Sonic trailer because I haven't actually watched any of them still.
Oh,
didn't Ugly Sonic show up in a different movie for some reason?
He showed up in a Disney property for the Chip and Dale thing.
Ugly Sonic. What?
Yeah, so there's like a Chip and Dale CGI / live action show or something that came out, and Ugly Sonic was in there as a cameo.
One of my favorite, the funny thing about that, like that happening, led to furries rehabilitating Ugly Sonic and getting horny about Ugly Sonic, and it was extremely funny.
Yeah, Ugly Sonic shows up in the Chip and Dale movie because as like the washed out Peter Parker from Into the Spider-Verse style thing. He's like a he's like a chubby washed out weirdo in it as like a joke.
It's just uncreative dribble. Like you found something that people knew.
I didn't think that was uncreative. That was funny. It was clever. It's a funny way of doing that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think Ugly Sonic is
bad.
just.
I do wonder if 10 years from now, like how that reads when you're like, so it's a reference to a trailer to a version of a movie that never came out, and like,
I don't know,
if that kind of stuff ends up comprehensible or not.
I think it is. I think stuff like this just lives forever. People reference like YouTube poops, which like don't exist anymore. Like these things are fine.
I don't know what is YouTube poops? What do you mean YouTube poop?
You don't know.
Do you guys literally not know what a YouTube poop is?
This is not know what YouTube poops are.
I don't. So this is my argument about like why this kind of shit I don't really like is because
this is not an argument for that. This is an argument for how out of touch with culture you are. That's what has happened.
Yes, it's just not relevant. It's irrelevant information.
It's not though. It's the baseline of internet culture. What the fuck are you talking about?
There's a Wikipedia page about it.
It's like as if you both just said you don't know what like YTMND.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't
You're
know
the man
what.
now,
Why?
dog.
What did you say? Why?
Okay, we're gonna move on.
YTMND is the website where you just would go to. They'd send you a link, and then it would just be like one image repeating, tiled, and an audio would just loop, and that was the whole page. There was so many of those back then, like in 2002 or some shit.
Oh, I think I went to a page like this once, and then I blocked this website.
Okay. Well, anyway, let's keep watching the
What the
trailers.
fuck do you mean? I've been hosting a podcast for like 200 episodes with someone that doesn't even know what a YouTube poop is. I don't even
know,
like
it's
them, but they were.
I don't like them either, but they
inescapable.
literally are.
It's like saying you don't know what an AMV is.
It's even worse. That it's like, I don't know what's a meme. What are you talking about? I can have cheeseburger. You said that wrong. I don't. Do you mean you can have a cheeseburger? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I just have never heard it called a YouTube poop. I don't. Maybe it's called.
This is a
else,
format.
but...
If you go to YouTube and search YouTube poop, it is an inescapable format. There are literally millions of them.
I know what a Vine is for. I think
no, not a Vine. Very different. Very different. It's fine.
What's it? Do you have an example? Do you have an example video that what's a go? When you say YouTube poop, what is the first video that pops in your head?
There are so many. I'm thinking 95% of the Zelda CDI things like.
Can I just can someone show me a fucking video? What is?
You can go to Wikipedia. It explains.
None of this makes sense to me. Like, what is a YouTube?
Here, classic. Here's a playlist. People in the comments are going to be losing their minds.
Look, I just don't have to waste my time with this shit. I don't. What am I supposed to know about? Why would I need to know
ready
this?
For them to both not understand at the same time.
Yeah, I know. Isn't this fucking crazy?
This is not out of character for me. Come on.
No, that's the thing. I was like, oh yeah, Colonel said he doesn't know.
Colonel won't know.
Then Andrew said at the same time, like, what?
And the thing is, the crazy thing is that Andrew is exactly the kind of person I would imagine who made YouTube poops. Like, that's also the crazy thing.
Andrew was more online than me growing up. So I was like, what do you
mean?
I'm like, we're from the same era of internet, but you had more of it.
But the difference is that I liked going on the internet, so I didn't interact with shit that's garbage. I'm not going to do that to myself. If there's a thing that I can completely cut out because it has no actual value to my day-to-day experience on the internet, I'm not going to fucking do it.
Just like a
Hoyoverse game, I literally played Genshin Impact once.
Do you know
and I have
Ouija
never looked at that
meme?
stuff again.
See, this is a bad example because you played more Hoyoverse than I have. So
but here's the thing. I played it once and I have
by
never.
That law, I know what YouTube poops are, even though I don't watch them. You should have like 100 hours of them by now.
I know the Ouija meme
because that's how you did
that started with a YouTube poop. Yes,
that's a YouTube poop.
Yeah, so the idea of a YouTube poop is like remixed YouTube content that is sort of completely incomprehensible to the outside, but takes something else and usually remixes it by like editing sound or looping dialogue to do other things or like make a different narrative out of it. And usually they're just stupid nonsense, but they were so prolific.
Skibidi toilet.
It's almost like
No.
It's almost like more in the same like realm as like Sparta remixes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, this is just a verbiage thing. I just never heard it called a YouTube poop. That's all.
But that
I know what these
in
are.
itself is crazy because that is what they're called, even off of YouTube.
Yeah. Okay, here's a good way to explain this. I have never seen any of this shit in YouTube natively. I like the Luigi meme, saw it on Twitter, wasn't called a YouTube poop. Someone just posted a video of that Luigi meme, and that's how I saw it. But I didn't associate it as YouTube poop because it wasn't called that. It was just a meme. It's just a fucking meme. So that's the thing. Is like when you say YouTube poop, I'm not arguing that it's not. I'm saying that like when in my experience of engaging with YouTube poop, I've never seen it called that. I have only seen it by being re-uploaded to Twitter and then someone posting it as a meme. So like here's a without description video of a Luigi meme, and that's my only context to it. I didn't like do the research to go like where did this come from?
I need to translate this so that you understand, but this is like seeing someone make avocado toast and being like, so it's green avocado peanut butter. I get this. That's what this is. Green avocado peanut butter toast. That's what that is.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's called avocado toast. No, it's green peanut butter toast because it's spread on bread like peanut butter.
I am not telling again, I'm not arguing that the name isn't accurate.
I know.
I'm telling you that my experience is not how I found out about it. It would literally be like that. It'd be like if someone had a jar of avocado, like pre-crushed avocados,
So
and
weird.
gave it to me, and they're like, "This is here you go," and I would be like, "What the fuck is this green peanut butter? What the fuck is this shit?"
Instead
What am
of
I
being
supposed
like,
to take away
oh,
from this?
avocado spread, I understand what this
How would I
is
know?
because there are
It's-
multiple things that can exist with maybe similar presentations.
But it was unlabeled. Someone gave me an unlabeled jar of green fucking paste and told me, "Here you go." And my immediate assumption is I will associate it with the only closest thing I can think of. Must be peanut butter. Like it has a consistency. It looks just like it, but no one put a label on this jar, so it must just be green peanut butter. That's how I experience this meme. Is that
All right.
no context, no information, just here's a video, haha, funny, and it's like, okay, well, by all metrics, this is what a meme is. So like knowing that it has a name is fine. It's called a YouTube poop. No one ever, literally ever put the words to the video to me. And I
That
never
is just
looked it up on YouTube.
also- It still is also insane just because they're so prolific that they just show up all the time.
I can tell you, like, I know of the Luigi meme. I've seen that. I have seen that video, but I have never seen it on YouTube, and I have never seen it with like any context about where it came from. I didn't like look up, hey, where did this funny Luigi thing come from? It's just saw a video on the internet, on Twitter specifically. Like, yeah, there's a lot of I've seen all of these like videos of the Zelda King doing silly little meme stuff, like where he's repeating the same phrase 4 times, but only on Twitter without context. It's just reposted. Like I have just seen the shitty slop, right? Like it's just someone took a thing someone made, put it somewhere else, and then it finally got to me. Just that's how it ended up here. So again, not doubting that's the thing. It's just what the fuck. I've never.
I'm gonna save us all from this now.
Go for it.
Yeah, we're gonna just watch the next one.
This is a family.
Is this Mafia 3? Yeah,
Mafia 4.
Probably.
Mafia
You talked
4.
about family.
Sorry.
Right, yeah, 3 came out.
Bound by Family, immediately Mafia. Or either
Maybe
that
it's
or
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, they're Italian. It's definitely Mafia.
Yeah. Everybody knows in Italy nobody drives very
I
fast.
think I remember playing Mafia
That's
2
true.
and it had a completely pointless overworld.
I think the Mafia
Yeah,
games
I
have
played
always been,
Mafia
like, kinda hit or
1.
miss.
I played Mafia 1 back in the day, and then Mafia 2 was nothing like it. I didn't even try it.
Like in 2 you could just play the missions and it was fine, but they had you drive to all of them in an open world that had nothing in it.
Yes, correct.
What? What did you just say?
I think he said Man of Honor.
Oh.
Where'd the subtitles go? Oh, there they are.
Yeah, to become a man of honor. Yeah.
Why are they
I can't
so
believe
delayed?
I can't believe they put Dark Souls soundtrack on Mafia.
Opera? What?
This is not opera.
This
It
is
is sort of
literally
opera.
opera. What are you talking about?
Well, it isn't opera because it's got an orchestra. It's the other one. They have it's an aria, right? Is that the term?
Mafia. It's a mafia, Colonel.
Oh, sorry. Different. You know how Italians are and their slow cars.
What?
No, I think operas can have suites. They can have orchestral suites behind them. That's fine.
Oh
this
my
is a
God.
fashion game.
It's the new
Yay!
it's the new
Yeah, Sonic game.
Wonder World. Balan Wonder World.
Yeah,
That's
Banal
contraption.
World.
Banal
You mean
World.
Pow World?
Banal Wonderland.
Banal.
Wait, they're not saying
Why are you
anything.
saying that? What? This
I
is
don't know.
this
Because
is a
Because the first
fashion
visual is
game.
the first visual is you throwing the stupid orbs into the stupid contraption.
Oh, okay.
Remember the
I was
hub
gonna say
world, the
this,
Balan Wonder World?
This is like a super Chinese, like long-running franchise about like life
Wow.
sim with you get powers
I wasn't
from your
ready for the
clothes.
Mario Odyssey theme song.
Yeah.
No, it's the in Balan Wonder World. There's a really shitty Rube Goldberg machine that you keep feeding orbs into, and it keeps breaking all the time. And it's like
Looks like a good kid's
it's like
game.
a progression system.
This kind of game is Barbie Horse Adventures in the modern
Yeah.
day.
It is
Like,
wild
this
seeing
looks
that kind of
fantastic.
game done in modern graphics. I'll play it.
Yeah, like
It does look.
I would not
no,
play
you
it.
It looks
you
better
won't.
than the other.
But these
the other
these
one.
are like, I mean this in like a nice way, but they're like the next evolution of like the 90s era of like quote unquote like girl games.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what if you did dress up, but it gave you like turn-based RPG battles
there's
and you
stuff
get
to do.
benefits from that? Yeah, like, and like, what if you could
That's
also
cool.
do Stardew Valley, but it makes you
What?
good
They
at
made
pulling
it look like
carrots?
the cats were singing.
Yeah.
They did the high
This is
note
fine.
and
This
cut
is-
to two cats, like they were doing the high note.
Does it have microtransactions?
Why don't the games that I play have dress up in them?
It is extremely Chinese and was originally a mobile game, so my guess is yes.
Wait, this
Oh,
is
never
the other
mind. Then. It's
Mafia
not. It's
games
a bad
again.
game.
Yeah, the definitive editions.
They should just make it so
Oh,
that
yeah,
all the
that
games that
last
I play
shot-
also have dress up in them, and I can put all
That
the guys
last
in
shot-
crop tops.
That last shot was
What?
was
That's
taken
not
from the end
really
of the
dress
first
up.
game.
That's just customized.
That's dress up.
That's what dress up is.
Yeah, you
I think
customize
dress
their
up's a different
appearance, and then
thing.
they pose, and you take a picture, and you put it on the gram. Okay.
Okay.
They're going. What?
It's not a game. It's just an ad
I already,
for mobile
I already
gaming.
have an
as a
ability to-
concept.
I already have an Android emulator on my computer. This isn't news.
Yeah.
No, I think it's their
Also-
subscription service, right?
Oh,
I think they're making
this
a.
game.
What is
This
it?
is Marvel.
The only thing I know is that the thumbnail for the trailer has two dudes sitting at a urinal talking to each
It's-
other,
it's
and
Washed
it
Out
looks
Spider-Man
really
again.
homoerotic.
It's washed out Spider-Man again. Look at him.
Oh,
You're
he's
telling me
missing
that
half an
doesn't
ear,
look like
Jesus.
Peter Parker.
Isn't Peter Parker just an average
There was a
guy?
Fat
furry.
face, yeah.
Oh,
It
it's
wasn't
Carlisle.
furry. It was like a My Hero Academia furry.
No,
He just had a bat head, but he had human hands.
no.
He's just.
This looks-
what's
is this
the-
by
what's the
Hi-Fi
word for
Studios?
Wearing.
No.
Or whatever that.
I don't
His
think
name's
Hi-Fi would have
Sonar,
a-
though. That's
I
cute.
don't think Hi-Fi
His
could have
face
a
is
game
cute.
out yet.
What are you doing in Visigal?
This feels like too much for
Oh,
Hi-Fi to
Carlock.
possibly have done. Oh,
Have a car.
That's gonna be a weird insurance claim.
is this Telltale?
Behind that desk 'cause you're no hero.
Did they have a new engine? Oh, it is.
Oh yeah.
They have a new
Yeah.
It's
engine
not-
finally.
It's not Telltale. I don't think it's the new studio, isn't it?
The one that.
Oh,
that-
so the actual Telltale instead of whoever bought
Yeah.
the rights. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Those twinks.
Ugh.
Know what they're-
He does have little human hands.
they made a furry man who says he's gonna eat Twinks.
Gross.
This is just like in the new digital circus with Gummy Goo, where the Gummy Goo guys said, "Well, we get adult toys."
Oh, Jack.
I know what-
Okay,
I know what-
so
I know what they're
anyway.
doing. This is just
All right, another stillbirth.
another stillbirth.
Uh,
Oh, rebirth, right?
Oh, this is the new Okami announcement.
okay.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Is it?
They should make a Final Fantasy Unbirth.
what? 15 again?
That's a big drum.
Hey, it's
That's,
a big
uh,
game.
That is a big drum.
Sequel.
Okami
Wait, it's
sequel.
called Okami sequel?
I mean,
like
it
that.
just,
I
it's a
love
working
that.
title,
I assume it doesn't
obviously.
have, I assume it
No,
doesn't have a title
no,
yet.
no.
Yeah, but it'd be very funny
no,
if they
keep
called
it.
it. They should call it Okami sequel.
Yeah, I think
How do
Okami
you-
sequel is way funnier. That's a way
How
better
do you say
name.
Okami but plural?
What?
Okamis?
What?
Okami.
No, because Okami is singular. Oh, isn't like a.
Well, the real
No.
answer is that it's in Japanese.
You don't
How do
understand
say it
Japanese.
In
No.
Japanese.
Yeah, I don't know what you're.
That's why I'm asking.
That's why I-
So nouns in Japanese are singular and plural. There's no plurals.
Yeah.
You can pluralize a noun, but it always refers to a group, not just like the second
that's
one.
why-
So if you wanted to
that's
say
why I'm
a
asking.
group of Okami,
Oh,
That's
Okami.
modest.
Oh, I thought it was Kami.
no,
Because
it's
like
not
Ocha.
Okami.
No. Okay.
Okami is the Japanese word for wolf.
Hexagons. Ew. Ew.
Oh, right, I
Ew.
was-
Ew. Ew.
Oh, that's
What?
look at that.
I
what's wrong with
hated
it?
that.
Nobody ever
What?
made
Look
that.
what happens to the hexagons on the floor.
They go away.
Where is it? He points at a bunch of hexagons on the floor, like, okay, they're gonna do
Yeah.
something, and then look what happens. Just horrible
square?
Tetris
Yeah.
shapes. You're like, ah! It's the wrong. You can't break the pattern like that. That's so upsetting. That defeats the purpose of
But
even bringing hexagons in as a pattern.
This looks like a Korean MMO.
With
Wukong
hexagons.
2. No.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Oh,
This is what is this game?
this would look so much better if it wasn't hyper realistic looking.
And for those who will live on.
Or if it said anything interesting, that would look better.
I mean, there's no
Crimson Desert. This is
Desert.
100% a Korean MMO.
Yeah, isn't
Oh
it Black
my
Desert
God.
Online
Isn't
or
it-
something?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Maybe not.
Let's
Maybe it's not
see.
related. I thought I figured it was Black Desert Online related from that name, but I
They
don't know.
are. It was planned as a prequel to Black Desert Online,
I'm
but
so
it's just something
See?
else now.
It does look like that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. The game looks hideous and grindy and stupid. Hard pass. Oh, this one.
I like the
Yep.
clouds and the soundtrack.
Wow. I'm here.
Oh, No Man's Skies 2. Let's go.
No,
Two Man's Sky.
I think I know what this is.
Isn't that just a
I'm not
logo?
actually
Isn't that just a company
very-
logo?
Interested in this, but
It looks like. Oh no, never mind.
Ubisoft.
For a second there, I thought it looked
Oh,
like
Oh,
the-
Porsche. No, it's
I thought-
Overwatch. Wait, is that?
Oh, 80s
wait,
anime.
is
This
this
must be really old.
is it just a
How are you
Porsche
watching
commercial?
this?
I don't know.
I don't think this
the
is a
planet
Porsche
zooming
commercial.
out made me think it was fucking Off-World Trading Company. And I remember that was not a game that would ever get advertised here.
This is definitely not a Porsche commercial.
Casino chips.
Yeah, it's just a investigation
Terrorism.
kind of thing.
She's a Porsche terrorist.
A Porsche terrorist. You gotta look for a remote? Jesus, girl.
Jordan, tell me something good.
And it's an infrared remote as well.
I mean, they're still watching VHS tapes. I'm not surprised
Yeah.
about that.
Bluetooth, what is that?
600 years. Anyone who even flies close to it is never heard from again. Superstitions. No. Superstitions are the crazy rumors about what happened.
This
Oh,
would
do you
be
see the-
really annoying.
Do you see
I
the
would hate
detail of
this
the
as a PA
webcam
system.
tracking her
Too much.
throughout the multiple? Oh, that's proper detail. I love that. That is
Yeah.
good.
Well, it's a cutscene. What do you want?
No, but it's, it's attention to detail.
it's
It's
good.
like,
Yeah, it's good detail, good cinematography, stuff like that.
Uh,
Is that Kumail Nanjiani on the screen? Look at
Yes.
that. It's Kumail Nanjiani.
Yes, it is.
Please blame him. I don't need another hunter.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the lady. I was like, I don't think so.
No,
It
it's
doesn't
not
look
on
like it
Colin
at all.
Graves.
Clearly desperate. And so am I.
Uh,
Claim him, or I will find
yeah,
out
this is all like face capture.
This is Toddy
stuff, right?
Gabrielle.
I'm
She's an
curious, but
actress.
what
She
do
was
you
in
do in this
Riverdale
game?
and stuff. Not Riverdale. Sabrina.
You can see her reflection.
Wow.
That is literally Kumail. I just can't believe I noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see you on the other side.
What are you doing it though?
I'm sure you shoot
We're
people.
not gonna find out, are
like
we?
you're doing most things.
No, you'll find out. You will understand exactly what the game is when it shows you what it is.
what do you mean? You know what it is?
Yes, I know
Yeah,
exactly
he's
what
already
this
seen
game
the
is.
trailer.
Sony.
Clearly.
I haven't seen this trailer. I
you
know
just
what
know
game
the
this is.
announcement.
Yeah, I just heard
Pet
it.
shop. There's a lot of branding in this thing.
Yeah.
No.
Sony, okay.
Oh, we can't do that. No.
Adidas.
Dialog?
Okay.
So
This is
much-
cool.
Why
I
is there
love
so
I
much
love all the
branding in the
brands.
trailer?
And Knox.
Porsche. Great.
Oh,
Is that a
God.
DX Racer chair? Let's go. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. What am I watching? A
From the
movie?
studio that brought you Crash Bandicoot, Jack and Dexter, Uncharted.
Oh
The
my
Last
god,
of
Naughty
Us.
Dogs make game
Oh,
again? Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. So it's a
Yeah.
third-person shooter in space.
What what
Except
brand
it's a
is that?
sci-fi
Oh, that's a
cyberpunk
Melee.
action game.
Is that a Mitsubishi sword?
It's an actual action game.
Okay.
Yes.
I
that's
am
interesting.
actually excited to see a sci-fi story told by Naughty Dog.
and also
Intergalactic.
it sort of justifies what I was talking about, the
I'm on
details and all
board.
that. Yeah,
It's meant to be. It's Naughty Dog making a like Akira 80s anime OVA
With that
inspired
fucking
action
poster.
game.
that's
Look how
Akira that I
good
was
that
thinking
poster is.
Yeah.
Jesus
So that's why it has all the
Christ,
stuff
that's
in
a
it.
good poster.
I
That
hope
better be
PS5
the cover of the
exclusive.
game. I say as if I buy copies of games anymore.
That will likely be the cover of the game. Also, people notice that her sword, it like the edge of the sword is like a music
I figured
graph.
it looked
It's a
like
waveform,
right?
and it's
Yeah.
synced with the music in the game.
that's cool.
Yeah. So anyway, I told you would know exactly what the game is once you saw who made it, because that is you know exactly what it
that could be
is.
cool.
So yeah, I
An
am
orchestra
not
playing
personally.
Balatro. Anyway,
I'm personally not interested in it, but I'm sure it will be interesting, and we'll learn more about it as it goes on. Maybe it'll be good.
And all the people that do sci-fi stories lately are bad
We're over.
at
We're
it.
done.
We're done. Oh my god, we did it.
That's it.
Astrobot won
It's
Game
over.
of the Year.
Yay.
Yippee!
And
Wow, I don't think there was like a single game that was shown again that looked
and we
appealing.
learned.
It's crazy.
This is it's so unfair. That game that looked like Terraria looks so awesome.
Cura.
Sure. Yeah. I no, I'm not saying in a general sense. I'm saying for me that none of these games.
Oh, for you, right. Okay.
I didn't see a single game where I was like, I can't wait to play that. I want to play Turok, but it's third person now. Which
The two
sucks,
games
so.
that I am most excited for are VF6 and Project Sentry. I'm very excited about Project Sentry. I am slowly coming into my unapologetic. Maybe Sega is actually the best like era. I just really like Sega. You know, like they're just. I'm just so happy.
I'll play Project Sentry. I'll play Witcher 4 probably.
I'll play Witcher 4. Yeah.
I'll play Intergalactic, I think it was called.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll play that game that the Blasphemous guys made. The
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
Also,
yeah,
we
Ninja
will
Gaiden. Yeah, I'll play Ninja
play,
Gaiden.
We will literally play Elden
We
Ring.
will play Night Ring.
We will.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not like I'm not excited for that. I'm not
also,
there's nothing about it.
The cat game can burn in hell.
Cat game
You also
looks
will have to
horrifying.
play Outer Worlds too, because of course you will.
No.
Why?
I
We're
don't-
not doing
no,
it.
I
It's the
don't.
same.
I genuinely
I'll play
don't have to play
Fumito
Outer
games.
Worlds. Like I might not play Veilguard. I might just be like done with the old guard's terrible follow-ups.
Don't play that. That game looks awful.
You can't just copy paste shit.
Like I don't have to keep playing the bad games by the companies that made the previous bad games. I could just stop.
I think out of
you
all
think
of
about
the
that-
years of
if you
shows that we've done this for, this is the least offensive that
That's
we've
this
seen
one.
so far.
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
true.
I could try this game, but somebody just has to invite me to play these like 2-player thingies.
It takes two after all.
Yeah.
Who wants to be stuck playing a game with Keith for more than 3 hours?
Why are you saying your name, Toaster?
No. I'm too busy. I have to wash my hair.
I'll play the Team Eco I don't know if it was Team Eco, but you know what I mean.
It's Gen Design, yeah. Fumito Ueda's new game. I'll play
weird
that
robot.
for sure.
I'm curious about the weird robot that you break in the trailer.
I think Ninja Gaiden's
There's like
it.
5 games I
That's
play
crazy.
here. I don't know if I played Ninja Gaiden.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
That's
very
crazy.
excited about that, especially from the Blasphemous devs. Yes, please.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, honestly,
I trust them
I
a
still need to play
lot.
the first 2 Blasphemous games.
You should do that. I think you
Takes
should
so
absolutely
long
do
to play
that.
video games. There's
It
too
does
many
not
video
take long to
games.
play Blasphemous 1. Blasphemous 1 is
There's
not
so
that
many
long of a
video
game.
games.
I like.
Unless you're
I also
bad,
like-
unless
Aren't
you're
you guys
like
excited
completely
to
bad
play
at Souls
Squid
games.
Game?
I like how little
I
attention
hate the
there-
way this looks as an aside.
Can you go back? Sorry, can you go back to the screen that had the people's faces on it? One of the things that I absolutely fucking hate about that is that I think the best part about Squid Games as a show is that it takes regular looking people. You can feel empathy for all these sad looking normal people. But every fucking character in here looks like a goddamn, what's it called? Like a stupid, look at that.
They look
Fuck
like
this stupid
avatars.
lineup of people. Yeah, they look like dumb fucking me's on the internet. This is ugly. I hate that.
It looks like
Make them-
the second episode of Black Mirror with the 15 million merits.
Yeah, could you imagine if you made like a kaiji anime, but everyone looks like a shonen protagonist? That'd be fucking stupid. I'd hate that shit. Like, no, that's ugly. I don't want that. It should just be normal looking people, like absolute normal. Like, two types of hairs, two types of fucking like outfits you can pick from. Yeah, like limit my choices to nothing. I want everyone to blend into a sea of nothingness because then it feels awful. Like no one's special.
Well, the real,
right?
The real answer is that, I mean, this is a realistic version of it, which is just the fact that like it's going to be human players, so all the people are going to have customized microtransaction avatars. It's
just Fall Guys. Yeah, I get it.
It's going to be 15 million merits exactly, where you just literally are being incentivized to keep playing the game over and over again to get the stupid little hats and things.
Yep. That's why
they have to literally come up with new games because Squid Game has terrible games in it.
Well, yeah, because they're all Korean children's games. What do you, I mean?
Is that what they are?
Squid Games. Yes, they are.
I guess
a lot of them are.
If you like, it's like I guess if you extrapolate it back to being hopscotch, it's a Korean children's game. But the thing you play in Squid Game is not really hopscotch.
Huh?
Anyway, that was the show.
Okay.
No, you're not wrong. I mean, they play red light, green light. It just has guns. The whole point of the Squid Games is that they suck and that they're meant to be grueling and
they're supposed to be trash, and they're also only supposed to work for the narrative. They don't work as actual competitive games, which is why whenever somebody tries to recreate it, like the Mr. Beast thing, it was like really boring to watch because none of the games were actually interesting.
Yeah,
to
they're
do
meant
that
to be
way.
vapid,
and they didn't know preemptively who was going to win because it wasn't fictional, so they didn't like have storylines throughout the thing, so it was literally pointless because like they didn't the whole point of Squid Game is the story that's being woven through the challenges, because the challenges are not interesting competitively. One of like the only one that functions as an actual competition is like tug of war.
I guess.
And that's still just not that interesting because it's like, oh, who won? Oh, that guy won. It's over instantly. It's like, who wins the polling thing? The one
more video games. Can't wait.
More games are coming out.
Yeah, we'll see how many of these are out by next TGA and how many are still trailers next year. Because that's the fun game to play. Maybe next year we'll watch.
I don't have much confidence.
Maybe next year we'll see our third trailer for Perfect Dark.
I hope so. I'm actually disappointed we didn't get another trailer for Perfect Dark this year.
Now it'll change genres every trailer.
Play Astrobot. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.